hear my...
And you don't hear mine because I've got an AirPod in my left ear.
Oh, my God. I'll teach you how to use stuff someday.
Yeah.
All right. We're live.
Are we're live here?
I think so.
Beautiful. Welcome one, welcome all the games.
You took Penn State, yeah?
I've got
Or
Penn
you took
State.
Ohio State. Oh, no, you took Penn
I've got
State,
Penn State plus the 4.5, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Penn State plus the 4.5 over here. And you were on Ohio State.
I'm on Ohio State at home, yeah. I kind of like these things. I don't know how many people are going to watch. I have fun with this. This is just sort of an experiment. We didn't mention it on the show.
No. We decided when? Yesterday?
Mm-hmm.
Yesterday that we were going to do this. I'm waiting for Gus to get all sauced up for this game. Gus will be pretty excited about this.
Ha ha!
Yeah. I'm hopeful that he's going to hit my Philly special prop bet that I mentioned on the show.
Oh, he will.
Yeah.
Three tugs.
It
has been a nice it's been a renaissance for like touchdown nicknames. Like, I don't know if you are a fan of Tugs or Tutties. I've come across. Yeah.
Tutties has been around for a while.
Oh, they're both old words. I'm just saying the use of it as like a publicly accepted broadcast term.
Sure.
It's great.
Yeah.
So your opinion has not changed of this matchup?
It hasn't. Shay in the chat, not a fan of Tutties. Okay, fair.
Tutties. Tugs.
No, I don't think so. I mean, I listened to, and I don't usually do this, I listened to a bunch of other shows this week after hours just to get the sense from others.
Turncoat.
No, to get the sense from others, like what they were feeling with respect to the point spread.
Yeah.
And I don't think the analysis was any different than what you and I gave.
Yeah.
A lot of emphasis on points per drive and the margin, which I know is something that you're pretty keen on.
Mm-hmm.
But ultimately, I think more people, at least that I heard, were coming down on the Ohio State side of things because they played a tougher schedule.
Right.
And the strength of schedule to them makes Ohio State more of a proven team. Kyle McCord has improved.
Mm-hmm.
He has improved. There's no way around that. And so at least from that angle, it feels like they're at home. They've got maybe the better overall team. Why not take Ohio State minus the number? I get that. I
don't love either one of these teams. But that's okay. I love elements of these teams.
I mean, the thing with Penn State is, I think, a very unproven commodity at this point. And I'm very curious to see what happens with the offense. Bruce looks sharp these days, man.
He does. I don't know if they upped his wardrobe budget or something. He looks very good.
He looks great on the field for this one.
All right. Trey Henderson, not expected. Denzel Burke out. That's a hit. Mika Egbuka, game time decision.
It's Emeka Egbuka.
Maybe to you.
Amika. Listen, pronunciation to me is a very important thing. If only because I screw everything up.
What's funny is two of the bigger names that we've had in this sport, we definitely, I'll say it, we fucked it up. I remember the Manziel era.
That was only like 3 weeks until we caught on to that one.
And I think we struggled with Tua's name for a minute, but we got there.
Yep.
I
screwed
who's in the
up
middle there? Who's in the middle in the sunglasses?
That's Mark Ingram.
Oh, nice.
Mark Ingram.
Oh, yeah, that's right. He took over for Reggie Bush.
Very clearly reading off a script at some points throughout the broadcast. That'll get more natural. He's new.
But I don't know if Reggie Bush did something wrong so that he's no longer on the show. My guess is he asked for too much money.
There was a whole thing, Dan.
Was there?
It was a whole thing. Yeah. Yeah, it was a whole thing.
Is that where it landed? He asked for too much?
I forget the specifics of it, but I remember reading just through doing the newsletter in the off season that it was a whole thing. I'll see if I can find it.
Do you know that anytime I see Urban Meyer at a situation like this. Did you see the clip of him like staring at a woman right off frame?
No.
I'm always looking at Urban Meyer to see where he's looking. Like I'm a very good defensive back. I'm trying to read eyes all the time.
Yeah.
Is Urban Meyer scoping out a cheerleader, a staffer, a producer, something? That's where my eyeballs are on him.
Yeah. Let's see here.
Hasn't started yet. Do we have any scores elsewhere yet? Nothing early. I've got what's in your quad right now, or do you have a quad?
I don't have a quad at the moment. I just have this game on.
We have UAB 8-0 over Memphis. I had to see who UAB was playing. My light is blocking it. All right.
Yeah, and we can flash different things up on this screen.
Mm-hmm.
Sort of the deeper we get into this, that's at least the intention.
Yeah.
Let's see if this will work.
Why
Why
is Fox like vamping right now? It's 11:06.
That's not it. That's a different ESPN screen.
This is still Fox at the desk for you, right?
That's right.
I want to make sure we're synced up. I have a one shot of Mark Ingram. Is that what you have? Are we synced up?
We are. There we go. There's a screen for you. Some scores that are.
I'm still. What? Start this game, everybody.
They're starting it at 12:15, I think.
Really?
Yeah.
Why are they delaying it? People slow getting into the stadium?
I guess.
Can I pitch
Your
you on
guess
something?
As good as. Can you pitch me?
Can
Sure.
I give you a Burt Kreischer soft pitch?
Yeah.
In the next, at some point in the balance of the season, can we do a swinger Saturday and swap teams?
Oh wow.
Can you fully lock in on Oregon for the 5 days leading up to the game and just form extremely strong opinions, fully educate yourself on the ins and outs of Oregon's season and roster? A swinger Saturday. I'll do it for Notre Dame or Penn State. It's your choice because you're not in a monogamous college football relationship.
Sure.
You're polyteamorous. And
odd construction, but not the wrong construction.
It's not wrong. And we just fully devote our emotions into each other's favorite team's game. Like I will do everything I can to fully commit myself to Notre Dame fandom for 3 hours. And you have to do the same thing for Oregon. And then we come on the show and we swap stories after swapping teams about what the experience was like, the emotional experience of watching a big Oregon. Like maybe we do it for Oregon. I don't know who Notre Dame has for the Oregon USC weekend. Oregon is Utah, USC, and Oregon State left. Notre Dame is Clemson left. Right. You can obviously watch the Notre Dame game, but I'm saying by the time we do the reaction show, you have to tell me what it's like to sleep with another man's team. I want all the nitty gritties.
Yeah. Okay. I mean,
Oregon does
Swinger Saturday
right,
will get us on some Swinger Saturday will get us on some interesting Google lists.
Absolutely, it will.
Yeah. All right, so folks, we're watching this right now.
Yeah.
Dan and I have various setups for watching the Penn State, Michigan. Excuse me. God, strike me down.
We got a touchdown, Indiana. You don't get to see that all the time.
Penn State, Ohio State coming up next here, sponsored by Wendy's, not on this show, not a sponsor, could be. We are watching the Fox feed. Both of us have our various streaming setups.
Yeah.
Right now, it is showing as about 6 minutes and 30 seconds till kickoff. Yeah. As we get a little bit deeper into this thing, we'll periodically give you the game time so that maybe you can sync up your TV if you are ever so inclined.
Yep.
The big screen in the middle, we will put up the GameCast stats of this game and at commercials, perhaps the scoreboard like you see in front of you right now so that we can stay tuned into what's going on elsewhere around college football. Let us know in the chat here if anything happens in other games that we should discuss. We are a national college football show. Yeah. Likewise, if anything in this game happens on the commentary or on Twitter or somewhere else where maybe we don't have our attention. I've already got like 8 screens going here. So,
dude, I have the quad up there and I have Fox down here, and I feel like I might have a stroke. It's a lot. There's a lot 3.5 feet of my eyes.
There's a lot happening right now. So we appreciate everybody. Hopefully this is a second screen experience, extravaganza, if you will, for all who are attending today. And we're going to do our best to, I don't know, provide the commentary that you didn't know you needed as we go through this thing. Indiana on the board, as you mentioned. It was a 35-yard pass to Brendan Sorsby, or from Brendan Sorsby.
Did he get the start? I assume so.
I assume so, yeah.
I just dropped, what should I order for lunch in the comments? Because I would like to know, because I'm getting hungry. Whew, we still are waiting on kickoff.
We are waiting on kickoff. They're dragging this thing out. Is this the is this like the first really big game Fox has had since they went on their Colorado binge?
Oh, that's a good question. I think they had Ohio State, Maryland, but that's not the size of that. All due respect.
That doesn't count. That doesn't count. UAB goes and converts a 2-point conversion, up 8-0 on Memphis. You know, I watched Memphis the other night. And when Memphis was in kind of like that big Thursday night spot, whatever it was last week.
Yeah.
I could not have been more underwhelmed by Memphis. And it made me feel really badly for being like somewhat bullish on them. They looked awful in that game.
3-0
Arkansas up 3-0. Yeah. Cam Little 24-yard field goal is good. Let's send a shout out to some of the folks who have joined in here. Sarah saying she's murdering a chorizo breakfast burrito.
Sounds delicious.
Benny cheeseburgers to honor Charlie Weiss. Thank you. Thank you, Shay. Better than the Manning cast. Well, then, that's high praise. Who's this guy? What should I order for lunch? Okay. John joining us today. Awesome, guys. Thank you. Tommy's saying, let's go Penn State, or at least lose by no more than 3. Hey, I am in on that. Adam, welcome.
Yeah,
Alex,
hold on. Do you see? Go back to Adam.
Go back to Adam. Okay.
Do you see what he posted there?
Is that a pineapple?
Yeah. Do you know why he posted that? I only learned this recently.
Is this the Swinger Saturday thing?
I think it's a Swinger Saturday. Usually it's an upside down pineapple.
Okay.
That was explained to me within the last couple of years. And I look for pineapples everywhere I go now. Everywhere. If I'm in somebody's living room, I am scanning. Sorry. Leftover pad thai. That's a good call. I don't have any.
We are finally in the booth. There you go. It says exactly. He knows what that's about. Greg making breakfast stromboli. There we go. Aaron, noted Buckeye, not eating until after the game's over. Probably a wise move. We're finally in the booth now. If you're watching the broadcast at home, Memphis scored now, by the way.
Yeah.
And this is not comfortable having the AirPod in so I can hear the coverage.
Did you see Fox is milking, man? They are vamping. This is the Jonathan Smith, like the udder pulling. Did you see that clip? When he milk the clock? I don't know if he apologized, but he was like, yeah, I don't know. That's what we do. Which I appreciate. Good for Fox. Fox just taking their sweet time showing football. This is why everybody tuned in.
Yep. 12:13 right now, East Coast time. 11:13 Central Time Zone. We are in the booth with Gus and Joel Klatt. Hopefully getting kickoff here shortly.
Whenever I see Joel Klatt, I think about 2 things. 1, I've never seen a hair of his out of place. Not once. Not once have I seen a hair of Joel Klatt's out of place. And 2, he did some car commercial last season where he just stayed in his car in his driveway because he was so excited about the week to come. Right. But it was like, it was showing the time going on and on. I was like, are we to understand that Joel Klatt's shitting in his car? And I think I tweeted that out and people enjoyed that. But that was kind of the implication that he has some sort of like Choco Nuts coffee tin.
Yeah.
With his poopies.
Do you remember we had Joel Klatt on the show?
Yeah, that was the one time I think we cut something, right?
I don't think we cut it.
Edited it. No, we didn't cut Joel. Joel did a great job on our show.
Yeah. No,
I think there were a couple of moments where we're like, he's going kind of long on this answer. And we're like,
chop some of that down. What I'm referring to, though, is we had been tipped off before the interview that Joel Klatt's a guy who fancies himself a nice conspiracy theory.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
I remember asking him, what's your favorite conspiracy theory?
They're doing right now. It's Kyle McCord, Drew Aller swapping, by the way.
Are they?
They just showed a graphic of them swapping states.
He's gonna call it the Philly special.
Yeah.
Gus would never miss an opportunity like that. Anyway, I asked Joe, what's your favorite conspiracy?
Yeah.
What's your favorite conspiracy? And he was very sheepish about it. That might have been what we cut.
Oh, he wasn't willing to go on the record.
He was like, ha, ha, ha. Like he kind of didn't appreciate the question. You know, you can always get that vibe if you ask one that's a little too close to the bone.
Yeah.
So
he did at the end of that interview, he did 15 to 20 on Benghazi, which I didn't see coming. A tight 15.
Just a real tight. He had worked that one before.
Yeah. All right, so we have what? Ohio State kicking?
We do. Ohio State kicking.
They're doing the swings. The whoop, a whoop, a whoop. What are you having for lunch?
I just ate a large breakfast before this.
Oh my God, good for you.
Kyle wants to know which PJ Willehans in the Lehigh Valley are we watching Oregon Penn State at in 2025?
Oh my God.
We'll do the one by the airport, Kyle. That's the nice one. Everybody knows that.
PJ Willehans?
PJ Willehans, yeah. Sports bar in the area.
Okay.
All right. So
here's what I want. Here's all I care about with Penn State is passes that are not checkdowns. I want second and third level passes.
Second and third level passes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hit something over the linebackers. Hit something down the sideline. I just want to see it. Everybody talks about Drew Aller's magnificent arm. I don't want to see it in hitches. All right. Very nice. Are we synced?
I've got 1450 right now on mine.
Same. Oh, I think we're exactly.
Okay.
Look at us. This is why we swing really well.
That's it.
Yeah.
That was not a good throw.
See?
Not a good throw. All right. So now that we got some stats coming up on here.
Yeah, let's get it on there.
We'll see if we can pull that up on the screen. I will adjust it accordingly. That is not the right one.
Oh, Ty, I am so sure that you are terrified about putting the wrong window up.
No, I have not. No, there's
Ty, what's Bang Bros? They look that looks like sports. Look at this. Come on. All right, a little tight, I would say. Drew Aller early, a little tight. Oh, no.
All right, that should give us at least something of a
You got something up there? Nice.
We can experiment with various parts of this. This is where things stand at the moment for those watching. Penn State 3 and out.
All right, I got a fair catch. What do I want to see from? I want to see some running from Ohio State. If I'm an Ohio State fan with questions about their offensive line, I want to see a little bit of rhythm on the ground, open up some play action from McCord. They've been very disappointing on the ground, but I wouldn't start this game off taking too much into the teeth of the Penn State defense through the air. So, pick up 4 or 5, pick up mini chunks.
Yeah, we'll take a look here. Ohio State opens up.
Hit
4
some
wide.
singles. Yep. Oh, nice play. The Maserati.
13-yard gain for Marvin Harrison on the first play.
Yeah, that's a pretty safe throw. It's a good rhythmic throw. Not taking a ton of chances there. I like
Gus
that.
called him a Maserati.
Yeah. The Maserati.
The Maserati.
All right. Got a little stack. Oh. That's great.
Train him about a
Take
4.5, 5-yard run.
Take some singles. Should I commit to Ohio State fandom for this game? Because I want some skin in the game.
Sure,
here.
go for it.
I picked Ohio State. All right. I like that single. And you got...
Nice stop.
Oh! Not so fast. Third and short. So I assume people really like Manny Diaz, Penn State humans, right?
They do, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do.
Results are there, it seems.
I mean, you can make a very strong case that the best two coaches in this game are Manny
Jim Knowles and
Diaz,
Manny Diaz.
and
Yeah.
Jim Knowles, yeah.
Look,
Big 3rd and 3 here for Penn State, trying to get off the field.
Nice play.
It seems as if Gus has committed early to calling Marvin Harrison Jr. the Maserati. He's done it now on both receptions.
I'll tell you this, Ty. Because I am, little tempo, another single. Love it. Rooting for a team that features Marvin Harrison Jr. is a joy.
Yeah.
It's real fun. So far, so good. All right.
Chris is joining us.
Relatively tight.
Joel Klatt's been muted. The solid verbal stream is much better. Thank you, Chris.
I love hearing that.
Not a sponsor. Could
More
be
yardage.
Another catch.
We eat here. We Ohio State fans. We eat.
Another catch for Marvin Harrison Jr.
Yep.
3 receptions now, 28 yards.
Nice little toss. He's off the field, though, which I assume is nice for you.
Let me know for people watching if we need to make those stats any bigger, if that'd be helpful. I can adjust this on the fly. We've never done this before. We're doing our best, so bear with us.
There we go. Just fine grass. I love this.
It's been extremely easy thus far.
Chip Trainum. ASU. Second year transfer. Was a linebacker last year. I'm Mr. Ohio State. I know all of these things.
Mm-hmm. Sure you do.
Just eat grass. Eat grass. That's all I want.
Eat grass? What are they,
eat cows? Grass. Yeah, find grass and eat it. Let's not overcomplicate things.
Okay.
Also, if you're enjoying how handsome Ty is, just hit that subscribe button. That'd be great.
Yeah, hit subscribe. Oh, there we go. The Maserati. Maserati was unable to handle a screen pass.
Looks like it's still 3-0 in Arkansas, Mississippi State. Georgia Tech, BC, scoreless. By the way, do we have a season long? Like, is there the commercial for this year? Is it a Fansville one? I'm seeing a lot of Jennifer Coolidge lately.
Yeah. How do you feel about
football
that
season? I think she's great. So I'm glad she's having like a White Lotus renaissance. Here we go.
Yeah.
2nd and long. 2nd and 10. Got a little speed motion. End zone. I don't hate it though. I like the aggression.
They went to Carnell Tate, Dan. Remember that?
Yeah, the freshman. Yeah.
Yep.
Is he from? Did Joel just say he's from Chicago? I think I heard
from
that.
Chicago. Yeah.
They had another dude from Miami, I want to say. Yeah, he went to IMG, but he's from here, I guess.
Now, here's the thing about that play. That was sort of a back shoulder fade, high and behind the defender.
Mm-hmm.
If you've got a quarterback that you're confident in, and if he is confident enough to make those throws with these receivers, that's unstoppable. Nobody in college football can guard that.
Spread wide to the field.
Good pressure.
Good coverage.
Good pressure, good coverage.
How many did they bring? Let me see.
It looked like there were.
I'm replaying it to watch.
I mean,
they were showing a bunch, and somebody
left tackle just sort of got blown up. I'm not sure it was a full.
They only brought 4, and they spied McCord.
Yeah,
good play. They just didn't know where it was coming from.
That's a good stand, as Tommy says in the chat, by Penn State.
I know the Ohio State fans are not always the biggest fans of Julian Fleming's hands. But even if he catches that was great coverage.
All right, 3-0 Ohio State after that long drive. Here is a look around college football. Otherwise, just to give you a sense for what else is going on.
Oh, it looks like UAB just scored again. Yeah.
So we've got Penn State up 3-0. UCF and Oklahoma. I need Oklahoma to put up some points here in order to hit my side of that bet. BC up early on Georgia Tech. That was another one that we were pretty high on. Georgia Tech was favored by about 5 points going into that game. People have asked, what are we using? This is gameonpaper.com. They do a great job of giving you all sorts of advanced metrics like this. We can use this too if we want to on the screen.
They're big on EPA, estimated points per attempt.
That's right.
Yeah,
that's right. So we can keep track of this as the game goes on, but this is what we're looking at right here for the moment. Win probability in favor of Ohio State at the moment, but very early.
Bobcats up on the Broncos, Ohio and Western Michigan, 3-0. No score, Cincinnati Baylor. Looks like Rutgers just pounded it in.
I like it.
I'm worried that my Chris Berman leans a lot more Jiminy Glick, the Martin Short character. What would you say you do here?
Right.
Yeah.
I have the
Oh, Oklahoma missed a field goal.
I have the better Berman impression between the two of us.
That's probably true.
But I can't go to the well too often because of the vocal issues I've had lately.
Do you have any obscure impressions, sports or otherwise?
I'm really bad at impressions. Everybody makes fun of me more when I try to do impressions.
I wish you had like an obscure Sports Center host, not a Berman. You're like, I do a terrific Robert Flores. I do a great Jack Edwards.
Not Jack Edwards. Oh my God. No, I can do my Berman is decent. It's a one-trick pony, but it's okay.
I interviewed Berman. He was very nice.
Big dude, right? Like 6'5".
It was a Zoom interview. Okay. But had that presence, had big dude presence. What are you drinking this morning, Ty?
I got some tea. Same. I got 2 cans of lime LaCroix, not a sponsor, could be.
Yeah,
waiting back there.
You always been a LaCroix guy?
No.
I do Spindrift. I like a Spindrift. Not a sponsor, could be.
Is that like the fancy version, or what is that?
No, it's just like LaCroix. It's just another brand.
I feel like I tried that once. I wasn't into it.
I think they have it at Trader Joe's. That's why I bought it there.
Okay, gotcha. They're showing the graphic now about James Franklin being 3-10 against top 10, or 3-15 against top 10 teams.
Yeah. That said, I remember I don't know if Michigan was in the top 10 then, but Moorhead and Saquon demolished Michigan. That was a memory of like a great Penn State versus a top program moment as a non-Penn State fan. All right. What do you want from Penn State here?
Well, I mean, look,
you want some cows, eat some grass.
I'd like to see more than 3 plays is what I'd like.
Who's Penn State's backup quarterback?
Bo Pribula.
What do we think about Mr. Bo?
Mr. Bo is sort of a budget version of Trace McSorley.
Okay.
Smaller.
Dollar General Trace McSorley.
Dollar General Trace McSorley. Yeah. More of a runner than a passer. That, my friends.
Penn State first down.
First down.
I think that, oh my God. A Tom Brady situation is what I was just told, because they dink and dunk. They went 3 and out and completed a 7-yard pass. And it's the greatest.
A Tom Brady situation?
That's what they said, because they're dinking and dunking. That Tom Brady is happy to take the yardage, right?
Dunkin' Donut offense.
Pickleball. Okay, just go downfield. Look at this. I'm rooting for Ohio State here, but I want good things for Penn State.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. JTT from the Evergreen State. Is that what Washington is?
I believe so.
Our friend Brandon Huffman feels very good about standing on the table for JTT being a 5-star. He has been excellent for Ohio State. All right. That's passing down.
That's
3 yards.
Anybody passing through here, please hit the subscribe button. We've got subscribe links for the podcast. We've got a live reaction stream tonight
The
at midnight.
campfire.
The campfire, yeah.
Tonight at midnight Eastern, after all the action, our reactions. All right, come on, Penn State. Rushing 4.
Just not a good throw.
No. Yeah, I don't think it's good offense. He's throwing across the field. All right, so you have delayed 5th guy. That wasn't even close.
No.
Has your opinion of Drew Aller changed this year, or you're being patient? You're in it for the long run.
I am indeed. I think he's legit. I feel like a lot of it's got more to do with the play calling here.
Yeah.
Than it does him, but there are limits to that as well. We're going to commercial. Let's kick it over to the scoreboard.
What do we have to do if either one of us needs to take a shit? That's something that we never discussed it.
Right.
I'm going to be a little looser with the language here, folks, than I am on the show, because this is not going to live anywhere in audio form after the fact. So you're not going to be in your minivan.
This is gonna.
With the kids.
We're just gonna take this down after the fact. We'll just take it down, man. Yeah.
This is an ephemeral Ty Hildenbrand experience.
This is like Snapchat.
A day date with Ty and Dan.
That's right.
Whatever happens, happens, and that's something we're just gonna move on from.
That's right. That's exactly right.
What'd you have for your big breakfast? What do we have here? We got a touchdown? We got a Georgia Tech touchdown? A tutty.
All right. So, in looking at our scoreboard, let me pull this up on my screen. Sorry, I'm still fumbling with my stuff here. Baylor on the board over Cincinnati.
Yeah.
I kind of went out on a limb a little bit and said that I thought Cincy might be the worst team in the Big 12. So I'm pulling like hell for Baylor this week.
Mm-hmm.
Arkansas 3-0, as you said. Rutgers on the board now against Cincinnati, or Indiana, excuse me.
Yeah.
BC up early on Georgia Tech. We've obviously got 3-0 in this Penn State-Ohio State game. And as you said before, Oklahoma missed a field goal. So about midway through the first quarter in Norman,
no score in that
tied
one?
at 0.
Yeah. All right. Any comments you want to splash up on that screen? As I'm watching pepperoni stuffed cheesy bread, bacon jalapeno stuffed cheese. This is what Ari likes.
Yeah.
He likes the cheesy bread, and he forced us to try it on our taco tour in LA. Did you have a piece of that? The cheesy bread?
I did. Yeah. I did.
All
right.
I think Domino's Pizza's okay. The cheesy bread was
Oklahoma has scored a touchdown, by the way. Okay.
7-0 Sooners.
So what do we got here? John wants to know, what is the website for analytics? 2 websites that we're using here. You can actually see the URL at the top of this one, gameonpaper.com/CFB. You need the /CFB.
Gameonpaper.com/CFB.
They do a good job giving you like the advanced stuff as the game goes through. The other one I'm using is just the standard ESPN Gamecast. And I got a switch here that lets me flip in between them. So what else do we got here?
Your team is off this week, are they not? Your other team?
Yeah. Andrew talking about Bo Perbula. Yeah. Trace McSorley clone. That's about right.
He's on the shorter side.
Yeah. Andrew also saying that Spindrift is great.
They have a spiked Spindrift too. I'm not much of a drinker, but
yeah, a lot of debate here in the chat about this.
Spindrift versus LaCroix?
Yeah.
Okay.
I tried Spindrift. I just wasn't into it, but
which flavor?
I don't know.
All right, that's nice.
All right.
See, here's the thing.
Let's flip on back here.
2nd and 8-ish?
Correct.
Is it, you got football weather there in the Lehigh Valley today? We got great football weather here.
Yeah, it was super yuck yesterday, but definitely chilly.
We've got a crispy 52 here. the North Shore of Chicago.
Maserati couldn't pull that one in, Dan.
Yeah, well, threw it at his knees, which is not ideal.
Yeah, doesn't help. It's not helpful.
I feel like maybe we're putting in not great gas in the Maserati with Kyle McCord right now. Apparently, by the way, I don't follow the NFL, and you can confirm this. You follow it more closely than I do. CJ Stroud has been incredible for the Texans. Is that true?
He's been terrific.
Like, I mean, just considering he's a rookie, like
he's been great. He's been really good.
That's awesome. Awesome for the Texans, who have been dealing with a lot of incompetence.
There's a sack. Come on.
You're a little bit ahead of me. Who's 3?
Johnny Dixon.
I love this. We love this from Ty.
Let's go.
Let's see what we have here. He's an outside linebacker. Oh, nice move. Nice slap.
Wow. Should I pause mine a little bit to get caught up?
No, you're fine.
Okay. Johnny Dixon.
What year? What year is Dixon? Years don't matter anymore. The years come and they go. Nice play.
All right, this is good field position. Right.
So the matchup, this is when Ohio State has the ball. The number 1 corner is Caleb King for Penn State.
Kalen King.
Kalen King, excuse me.
Yeah.
Kalen King, that's the matchup against Marvin Harrison Jr.
Yeah, I mean, on paper.
Who was that playing the song as we went to commercial? Who was the bumper?
Didn't hear it.
It was I had never heard it before. I heard a song from the new Blink album today.
How is that?
It's not great.
No.
I've heard probably 3 tracks. I think Take Off Your Pants and Jacket opened with Anthem Part 2. And then I think on Enema of the State there was Anthem. So they have Anthem Part 3 on this new album. And it kind of starts the way Anthem Part 2 started.
Okay.
Where it's like da-da-da-dun, da-da-da-dun.
Not for you.
It's kind of like metally drums. And you can't really understand Tom's vocals. Like, I think the mix is kind of weird. Maybe it was my car. It didn't do much for me.
By the way, Dylan Gabriel, a 29-yard touchdown pass to Nick Anderson to go
nice.
Go up 7-0.
Nick Anderson committed to Oregon. Taller receiver. It is the younger brother of Rodney Anderson.
That's right.
Great Oklahoma running back recently.
Blake Shapen, an early 4 of 7 for 10 yards. Speaking of pickleball, as Baylor leads Cincinnati 3-0, about 5 minutes left in the first quarter.
Maserati Marv is
Georgia Tech has scored a touchdown, by the way.
Yeah.
And now leads Boston College in a game that you and I were pretty sold on the fact that Georgia Tech would run away with this thing.
Sorry, I'm following the
touchdown from Jamal Haynes. No score in Air Force and Navy thus far. About 3 minutes left in the first quarter. Navy getting 11 felt like a pretty good play to me.
Yeah, I mean, especially considering the Air Force, the quarterback's injured, it's beat up.
Yeah, that's right.
I don't hate it. Annapolis is a weird place. Never been.
Yeah.
But I have that image of, we got a big Boston College on the board, kicking an extra point to go up 10-7. Nice little touchdown.
Let us know if you are watching where we find you this Saturday, this week 8.
Please, yeah, let us know. Let's geolocate some people.
Yeah, let us know in the chat. Make sure you hit subscribe. The only way you can chat is if you hit subscribe. That's the way this here is set up. Sorry, them's the rules. Let us know where we find you today. Looks like we are coming back from break. A strong Fansville presence on this broadcast. We'll flip back to this. So this is good starting field position for Penn State. They've got the ball on their own 38-yard line. Really have not done much thus far. There we go.
Nice little run. Nice little run. Not so little.
I believe that is Nick Singleton's longest run of the year.
Really? Let's see this. Oh, that's beautiful.
"20-yard run up the gut for a first down." So if Penn State can kind of get that aspect of its game going, that would change the dynamic here. They need to have that working. Otherwise, I'm not sure the whole thing. Singleton again.
By the way, they're doing
run.
this against what I think is base. I don't know what number the linebacker is. I know they at least have 2 linebackers in.
Oh, wow. A huge hole for Nick Singleton. How many yards could you get running through that hole?
Maybe 1.
Yeah.
Maybe.
That might be my favorite football hypothetical when people talk about.
Our friend Jeff Schwartz says the average person who has not played football would get 0 yardage.
0.
They're respecting Penn State down the field. They're keeping 2 high safeties, which is interesting.
You ever notice when Gus is doing the game,
down,
he kind of fluctuates his voice up and down?
Oh yeah.
You know.
Got Harry Styles with the stack. Oh, so I've got a false start. Oh, formation.
Give us your thoughts on this Fox score bug. Looks like they're sticking with it this year.
Of course they are. I know people like it. I know people like that it's different. I don't even I don't hate the scripty Buckeyes, Nittany Lions here. I think the Penn State-Ohio State, the actual text is not crazy easy to read. I don't think it's good design. But that's me.
I don't think the logos need to be there. I think the logos take up unnecessary real estate on the screen.
It's still better than ESPN's score belt.
Oh, he had him. Lambert Smith, intended target.
Yeah.
On sort of like a flag route. And offensive lineman gets pushed back into Aller. It couldn't really plant and throw. Starting 1 for 6 now for just 12 yards.
Yeah.
So this is another big third down here.
Man, if you get Drew Aller in 3rd and 13, maybe I'll eat my words, but he's changing the play. He's seeing something he likes. And hands it off. Okay. I don't hate it. Because I think you have to be confident in your own defense. But you got to make this field goal, I guess.
The kicking game
is it not great?
It's stabilized a little bit, but Penn State going for a 40-yard field goal at the moment. Snap, spot, kick, up, and through. 3-3 here.
There
in the shoe for those watching. 5:15 left in the first quarter. Give us a shout in the chat. Let us know where you're at. Hit subscribe if you are just joining us. Also, we've got subscribe links all in the description for how you can stay tuned to our audio podcast. We would appreciate if you would subscribe or
come
follow
on
that
in
as well. Come on under the tent. We will be doing this for the duration of this football game. And then, of course, doing another live stream tonight at midnight right here on YouTube. Our Week 8 Campfire Reaction Special, talking about all things college football. We do have a phone number.
Touchdown Rutgers, by the way. Continue.
855-Verbal-3. Give a call. Leave a roast. This is a campfire after all. Leave a roast. Let us know just a strong, emphatic opinion on something in the college football world. Please try to keep it PG so that we can use it. But a roast.
It was a blocked Rutgers punt that in the air was caught and run in.
Wow.
A blocked Indiana punt that Rutgers caught, to be clear. We got maybe an excessive celebration flag of some kind. I don't even know what's going on. We got a flag before the extra point.
So here's where we stand around college football. You mentioned Rutgers. Rutgers got the punt block for touchdown, up 13-7 at the moment. Mississippi State on the board against Arkansas, 7-3.
Okay.
Boston College scored again, 10-7. I think you mentioned that
I
a few
mentioned
moments
that.
ago.
Yeah.
Still no score in Air Force and Navy. I thought I saw Baylor up 3-0. This is telling me 0-0, but it is 3-0. Okay.
All right, we got officially 14-7 Rutgers.
Again, this is our friends over at Game On Paper providing the scoreboard.
I used to work with a younger guy who went to Rutgers, and because he knew I covered college football, he'd always ask me. He had Rutgers season tickets with his dad. Rutgers football season ticket. Like, what are you thinking about? RU? And I was like, I don't know what to tell you, dude. Yeah, okay, there's the highlight of the Oklahoma touchdown.
Dan, we've got a question here in the chat.
Please.
That I wanted to flash up for you. I don't mean to put you on the spot, but.
No, my answer is hamstrings. What do we have? Jake here. We never got a Squatober graphic. That's true.
It is Squatober, right?
It is Squatober. I did some air squats. Not air squats. I did some dumbbell squats a couple days ago. I sent you the video. You did sent me the video. I don't know if you've kept it up.
Yeah.
I don't know if you activated your glutes here this morning.
I did activate the glutes.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah. All right. Let's flash back over to our game leaders and scoreboard. If anybody has suggestions for a better way to present this, let me know. We can.
Yeah, if you've got Gamecast recommendations, please.
I'm now through my cup of black tea. We're going to be moving to LaCroix here shortly.
Nice. Gotta figure out some lunch. I had a burger yesterday in Milwaukee. By the way, very much pro Milwaukee.
Underrated city. Yeah,
I liked it a lot. It would be such a good hipster zag for me. Be like, yeah, I live in the Chicago burbs. More of a Milwaukee guy?
Yeah, you were messaging me until like 3 a.m. about Milwaukee. I'm really into it.
Yeah, absolutely was. All right. Maserati Marv.
Ha ha.
All right. So we've got Penn State doing nothing other than a couple of nice runs, which is nice. Ohio State doing kind of nothing with a couple nice passes to Maserati Marv. I thought Ari Wasserman had a good tweet. Very controversial figure in this universe, Ari Wasserman. He was like, Penn State's probably going to score. They're always pretty good against Ohio State, but they don't have guys like Jahan Dotson and KJ Hamler.
Right.
So I'm not really sure how they're going to score.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's fair. I mean, they need to have this rushing game going. They need to have the rushing game going. Otherwise, I don't think it's gonna work. So that to me is of particular interest. The fact that Nick Singleton early has 42 yards, 3 carries, 2 longer runs. I think that bodes well for Penn State's chances over the long haul if they can keep it up. Again, the thing with the way that this offense sort of works, put the full box score up so that we can see what we're working with here. The way that this offense tends to work, at least on the ground, it's not like 5 yards a carry. He may average out to that. I'm not sure what the average is, but it's a lot of short stuff looking for home run hitters.
Right.
And if they can get a few of those longer plays, that sort of works to their advantage. But we'll see.
Got rolled up. Yep, got rolled up. Oof, hate to see it. Can't put pressure.
Mayan Williams in the game.
Okay.
For Ohio State. He's been injured for a while, I believe. Nice play option to Mayan Williams.
All right. Fine grass. Bovine football. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da.
We got 2nd and 6, under 5 minutes left in the first quarter. Ohio State really spreading out. Nice run from Mayan Williams. Did he just call Kyle McCord the orchestrator? I believe he just called him the orchestrator.
Really?
The orchestrator, yeah.
That's good lane. Threw it high. I was talking to Jeff, who does Spooning with Jeff. Didn't do it this week. I know we talked about how he was going to do it. He ended up on the road unexpectedly. But one of his big things with watching offenses with RPOs, he's like, it's great if you can't really run and you don't really have an offense that you're super confident in to keep the defense on their heels.
Nice play.
2nd and 10. What do we have here? A little motion.
Wow, you're really far behind. You should get faster internet.
Thank you. No, you know what happened is we were synced up, and here, I'm just going to refresh the page. We were synced up, and I went back to watch a previous play, and I've been out of sync with you.
Well, nobody's perfect, Dan. It's okay.
I understand.
We got a 3rd and 10 here.
Tell me when it's snapped. Tell me the exact second you see it snap, and I'll tell you how far behind I am.
Snapped.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm 5 seconds behind you.
All right, big stop.
That's nice.
Big stop on 3rd down again for Penn State. Getting the ball back. We'll see what they can do with it. This feels like a very early critical juncture in this game to me, because Kyle McCord, after a really good start, has seemed a little bit off target.
And Ohio State's been a slow starting team. My Buckeyes this year.
Your Buckeyes, exactly.
Yeah.
Penn State got a little something going on the ground. That last possession got 3 points on the board. And so we'll see now if they can continue that momentum. Kick takes a Penn State bounce to about the 24-yard line. Penn State will start in its own territory with an opportunity here. Try and build on that momentum.
Rutgers has the ball back, by the way.
Take a quick look here to see what's going on elsewhere.
Please.
All right, let's flip it on back. Going with a sort of a split shotgun formation, play action, quick throw out wide to Lambert Smith for a 1st down. Nice throw. I don't know if it's a confidence thing for Aller. I don't know if it's a
just watch
play
the
calling
routes
thing for Aller.
Watch the routes. If they're not running deeper routes, then they don't trust him. Like, if ever is what I'm saying. Like, if they're just going to run a bunch of hitches and little outs, they're not trusting him to throw downfield.
I don't know if I buy that.
I'm willing to watch and find out. And they're keeping 2 safeties back, so you have to take what they give you. But also, you can, run a safety out of a play and hit somebody on a post or something.
Here we go. From the Liberty operation, a 90-yard touchdown pass for Air Force.
There you go.
Air Force, noted aerial threat.
Absolutely.
Thank you for that. Thank you for watching. Shay says Air Force living in the Navy backfield on that game. Thank you, folks. Keep us up to speed with what's going on there.
Do we have trickery? Rutgers punt trickery? Let's see. Like a bunch of motion, and now he just punts it.
That is the trick play.
Yeah.
That is the trick play. Baylor, Indiana, or Baylor. I keep saying Indiana instead of Cincinnati. Baylor, Cincinnati, 10-7 Baylor leading now.
Great. All right. What do you want here? 3rd and 1. I know you're ahead of me.
Well, you would think they should be able to lean on their offensive line, but their offensive line as a run blocking unit has not been quite to where I would want them to be, given everything they had coming back. But it feels like they should be able to run it here. They're out of a shotgun, so maybe they won't even try. Quick slant for Keandre Lambert-Smith, tipped at the line. 4th and 1. We'll see what Penn State opts to do. Looks like maybe the offense is staying on the field here.
What yard line are they on?
They're on about the 45-yard line. Their own 45.
No, come on.
You're not going to win a game in the shoe. By the way, Drew Aller is 6'5". Do they not have any version of a tush push that they can use?
I don't disagree.
Any version of one. He's a big, strong guy. And now there's a timeout. Okay. Looked like they were bunched up like they might try something like that.
Right.
Timeout for Penn State. Let's go to the comments here. Andy joining, saying this Ohio State team is so foreign on offense compared to anything since the Tressel era. That's interesting. That's an interesting comment. Do you agree with that?
Repeat that.
The Ohio State team this year is foreign on offense compared to anything since the Tressel era.
It's tough, man. They've recruited so well that you feel like they'd be able to move the ball on pretty much, like we saw this coaching staff, I guess minus Kevin Wilson, like this brain trust with guys in this offense, inexperience in this offense with these receivers. I think they destroyed Georgia at times last year. I guess when you have the offensive line quarterback combo that they have right now, you just can't keep expectations.
Yep. So Penn State calls a timeout to punt. They called a timeout to punt. They backed Ohio State back into their own, deep into their own territory, about their own 20-yard line.
Mm-hmm.
Penn State has done well. Its last 2 drives, at least on the defensive side of the ball. It would not surprise me, nor you, nor anybody watching this game if it ended up being a bit of a defensive slugfest. One of those rock fights with a lot of field position, 2 teams not really willing to take a chance. So, though I'd love to see them go for it, by the way, their own 13-yard line, excuse me, I was incorrect.
Quite the message you sent to recruits, to offensive recruits. That midfield on 4th and 1 against a big rival.
Yeah.
Like, oh, full yard? No.
Yeah.
That's not who we are.
But they have been successful. Their last 2 possessions as a defense. So, and Kyle McCord they're showing the stat right now, started 5 for 5, since has been 1 for 7 for 6 yards.
Yeah.
So you get him in second and long, 3rd and long. Wow. Low throw over the middle to Carnell Tate.
Getting a lot of run today. Beat up at receiver.
Great throw by McCord. Better catch from Tate.
Let's see this. Threw it between. Yeah, that's great. I always enjoy that. Tempo after a first down play like that.
Well, the tempo, especially to try and negate any kind of replay situation. That drives me crazy. That's one of my pet peeves in college football. I feel like every team should have some sort of quick set that they call whenever there is potentially a video review that is going to step in there and stop the play. Just get up there and do something quick. A run up the middle, whatever, to negate any sort of replay situation.
Rutgers getting after Indiana in the backfield, by the way.
So here's what we got.
Another Indiana punt coming.
Make sure that we've got the latest. Still 7-0 Oklahoma over UCF. Air Force on the long touchdown pass. Up 7-0 on Navy. Mississippi State and Arkansas still 7-3. Rutgers 14-7 on the road in Indiana. By the way, the reason for people watching, we keep bringing up the Rutgers-Indiana thing. Rutgers wins there in a bowl game in week 8. And they got to do it this week because the schedule gets tough after their bye week. Once they get into November, it's going to be like pushing a boulder uphill. Got to get this one right now. They're up 7. BC still up 10-7 on Georgia Tech. The score here is telling me Baylor 11-7, which I don't believe.
Baylor's up 11-7.
Can someone confirm that there is an 11-7 score in the Baylor game? Because I thought it was 10-7, but maybe they found a way to get an extra point. 14-all, Memphis UAB, Ohio up 3-0. And of course, we're watching the Penn State-Ohio State game at the moment.
You know what I always wonder about? So that I'm just ending the Jake from State Farm commercials. The people that end up as like commercial stars.
Yeah.
Can you ever graduate out of that? Like, could Jake from State Farm ever just like be the lead on a sitcom?
No, never.
And I think they make good money. Like once you become a commercial star, like the Flo from Progressive or I don't know the character's name, the AT&T, Lily maybe?
Yeah.
Lily. Like, I know she's been in things. I know they probably all have acted. I think you just have to make peace with the fact, like, it's a pretty good living.
Well, this
or do you keep that ambition going?
Sam says they probably make so much money on those ads.
They have to. I remember David Spade. Remember David Spade, I think, did some credit card, something. I don't know. He'd make a couple million a year. But like obviously he came in with pre-existing fame.
Sure.
This is a great commercial. The Big Ten like pop up.
Yeah.
It's great commercial.
They're going to have to redo it next year.
They will. And I'm sure it'll be great.
There's definitely a nice little Game of Thrones intro in there, which I like.
I love it.
Which I appreciate.
I'm not just a hater. Ba 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 ba.
17-7 to Baylor, by the way.
17-7 Baylor up on Cincinnati.
17-7 Baylor. UCF scored a touchdown to tie it. A John Rice Plumlee 1-yard touchdown. 7-7 start of the second quarter in Norman.
Have they only the new 4 teams have combined for one Big 12 conference
I believe
win?
so. I believe that's correct. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So what are we looking for here, Dan? Start of the second quarter in Columbus.
Yes.
How do we feel about Kyle McCord, the Buckeye offense? Where are you at as a noted Buckeye fan?
As a noted Buckeye fan?
Yeah.
You got to find creative ways to get speed and space, right? Like, I know that's just me being overly cliched. But if you're not going to be able to throw the ball downfield with any sort of consistency, start picking at edges and see what's there. Start getting creative with screens and see what's there.
Okay.
The guys are being smothered. This Penn State defense is suffocating. So if that's your big advantage in Ohio State, how are we getting creative? I'm not saying run trick plays.
Right.
I'm saying start finding grass in creative ways. A tunnel screen here or there.
That was not a good play.
Just swinging it out. I don't like this. It's just so deliberate.
Yeah. Penn State's very good going side to side. Penn State would love
I'm sure.
to get into a matchup where the Ohio State offense is not going vertical, but is instead trying to work it horizontally to the sides because they're quick enough to contend with that. So you'll notice that every time they've tried that, for the most part in this game.
Well, that was just sort of a deliberate swing pass, an extension of the run.
That's right. Yeah. I love that. But no, I mean, so far in this game, every time they've tried something like that, Penn State has been able to cover it.
Not wrong.
Now, one of the reasons a team does that is to try and set up more of the vertical stuff. And I think they can have some real success there as this game goes on. But that's now 3 consecutive drives where Ohio State has done effectively nothing, like 1 first down. I'm a big fan of that pack life whale.
Bum, 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 bum,
Love that
bum,
whale. Doing the big old belly flop. The whale breach in the Pacific Ocean.
You know what's? Can I ask
you
a
a whale
question?
guy? Where you
Love
stand
whales.
on whales?
I love whales.
You're a whale guy?
Yeah.
Okay.
I briefly entertained the possibility of going swimming with like humpbacks or blue whales way out in the South Pacific.
Okay.
I have swum. I have been in the water with a whale shark, obviously not a whale, the biggest fish in the world. And it is overwhelming. It was great though in Mexico.
Do they eat people?
No.
Okay. More of a plankton species.
Yeah. No, they've got like the big filtration system.
The krill? They eat krill?
I don't know. Something like that.
Katron up the middle on 2nd and like 8. Gus just called out on the broadcast that Penn State, very conservative offense, he says. Sort of. Voice goes up a little bit, raising that register. 3rd and 6, a big 3rd and 6 for Penn State.
Well, and coming into this game, Penn State something like 121st or something in terms of explosive play rate. So, all right, spreading the ball.
Ugh.
Let's see what your.
There is some.
And to be clear, so Trace McSorley last year after not Trace McSorley, excuse me, Sean Clifford, after the terrible start, made a ton of plays downfield against this Ohio State defense or the Ohio State defense from last season. Like, it's not crazy for Penn State to be making plays downfield. It's just there's a trust thing with a young quarterback, it seems right now. And that was an attempt downfield, but
nice punt. Out of bounds at about the 39-yard line. Ohio State's going to get the ball. I did want to harken back to this from Nathan, flashing this up on the screen.
Yeah.
Once the details of, quote, briefly debated, when you said briefly debated going swimming with humpbacks in the South Pacific.
Yeah.
Talk us through that thought process, how you
the thought
arrived
process
at that.
was traveling to the South Pacific to do that. I have a
Where
friend
in the South Pacific?
So I have a friend named Steven.
Steven.
Okay, I used to work with him. He's a great guy, Steven Greenwood. And he travels the world, and it was somehow, I forget what like I had talked about. It might have been with also a sports media friend of ours, a woman who now works at ESPN. And she was interested too, and had considered you had to go to like Tonga, which I don't know if you've ever looked up the prices to and process of getting to Tonga.
Right.
It's like when I was living in New York, it was like New York to Hawaii to Fiji to Tonga. Okay. Like Tonga is a dot of a dot of a dot between Hawaii and Australia.
Right.
But I think that's where the blue whales love getting it on.
You can only get there by airship.
It was insane. It was like, do you have $8,400 to travel and swim with whales? So I think you can go to somewhere like Fiji or Tahiti or something to swim with humpbacks. I'm farther away living in the Midwest now that I just am not going to do it. But it's overwhelming. I mean, the whale shark one was, and that's popular. Whale sharks have like the tiny little homie fishes that swim with them that are like picking off all of the stuff on the whale sharks, and also like the shrapnel food.
The entourage.
I always enjoyed that. And the big thing was, so you go on these boats and everybody's on these boats trying to get the whale sharks. You know, maybe this is the commercial. This Wendy's commercial might be the commercial of the season. And so what these boats are doing is they have radar and they're tracking the whale sharks, and they're trying to zoom ahead to drop you in the path of the whale shark, because they swim very fast. They're very large, but obviously when you're that large, you have the tail to propel you. They can move. So they're always trying to anticipate. They're trying to be like the Kellen Moore of boats, and just anticipating the receiver's next move. The whale's next move.
The Max Johnson.
Yeah. Mac Jones.
All right. Welcome all new viewers here.
Yeah.
We had a bunch of folks drop off, it looks like, during that whale conversation, but really that's on them.
Yeah.
Ohio State 1st and 10, about 12:48 left. Okay. 6.5 yard play for Xavier Johnson on a bit of an end around.
Yep. If you're enjoying the watch along, please do subscribe to the show.
Subscribe to the show, subscribe to the channel, drop a thumbs up, smash the like button, as the kids say.
Yep.
Out here on these YouTubes. I feel like we are waiting for the Ohio State offense to pop one.
Yeah.
And the Penn State offense, I just don't really have much faith in right now. Penn State is driven almost entirely by defense. I should check in on the text thread with my friends.
Yep.
My friends are probably losing their gourd over this. My friends were very unnerved that I picked Penn State to win. Because I think everybody somehow is aware of the jinx.
Another nice run. Well, here's the thing, too. If Penn State's offense can't stay on the field and Ohio State has the ability thus far to run, and Penn State's shown it a little as well, go straight at them. Make them stop you.
Yeah.
Test the legs. Test the depth. That's a good. Nice stop. As I say to keep running, unsuccessful run.
Did want to give a shout out to this comment from Sarah talking about Retro Bowl. I'm playing Retro Bowl on Extreme now. I've gotten it down to a science. I can play on Extreme with virtually no talent on my roster and win every game.
Yeah, I don't play the school one. I play the
I started with that one
NFL
now,
one.
and I'm virtually unstoppable. Cade Stover getting just about to the first down yard line. It's going to be 3rd and short coming up here for Ohio State. Got to believe this is 4 down territory. That's going to be a first down. Stopped on the initial effort for Ohio State, but second effort. Mayan Williams gets over the line. So Ohio State down. Go ahead.
No, I was going to say James Franklin may have punted there on 3rd and 1.
How dare you? Ohio State first down now at the Penn State 25-yard line. So this is another opportunity to get some points here. First time down, they were held to a field goal. Big game like this, important to try and get those points. About a 3-yard run now for Mayan Williams. Good to see him back in the game. He is the leading rusher right now. You can see it on the screen. Like 9 for 48. Maybe it's higher now after that run. Got a Penn State
Robinson
player down. Yeah. They're going to go to commercial with Chop Robinson down on the field. We're going to kick it over to our scoreboard. See what's going on around college football. Let me refresh this. It's not refreshing on its own for some reason. Still tied at 7, UCF and Oklahoma. If anybody's watching that one in their quad, please let us know what we're missing there.
Yeah.
Eager to find out why Oklahoma isn't doing more. Air Force, 7-0 still over Navy. Mississippi State still 7-3 over Arkansas. Rutgers 14-7 over Indiana. BC and Georgia Tech tied at 10. Baylor 20-7, baby. 20-7 over the Cincinnati Bearcats. Finally got their name right. Memphis 21-14. The Ohio Western Michigan game feels like one of those where it feels like the scoreboard is stuck. And then you refresh and refresh and refresh, and it never goes anywhere. And that's just the kind of game it is. Just the kind of game it is here. These are our friends over at Game On Paper, by the way. They do a great job tracking some of these more advanced numbers. Let me see if I can pan this over a little bit more so you can see what's going on. They do things like track explosivity, expected points per attempt, things like that. Right now, that deep purple indicates that neither offense is doing a hell of a lot of anything. that's what that generally means.
Right.
This is very much a defensive struggle early on. As we get a little bit deeper into this thing, once we get more data here, we can maybe zoom in and talk about what some of these things mean. But thus far, the big one I would say is, let me kind of pull this over so you can see. Make it a little bit bigger.
I'm checking in on some action while you're talking.
Yeah.
Not a great passing game so far in UCF Oklahoma. It seems from afar they're accurate, but not much going on downfield. It seems no running basically from Oklahoma. You mentioned the Nick Anderson touchdown catch, but that sort of seems like the only big play that we've seen thus far. And by that we've seen, I mean, I haven't seen a second of this game yet.
Right.
Rutgers still 14-7. BC, Georgia Tech all knotted up. 21-all. Memphis UAB near the half.
Okay.
Could have a
UAB
bit of a shootout
scores
there.
Look at these explosiveness stats here on this Penn State-Ohio State game.
Yeah, it must be huge.
This, yeah, exactly. Total plays right now, Ohio State 35, Penn State 26. 0 explosive plays.
They don't consider any of the runs explosive, like the 14-yard runs?
No, Chop's still down on the field.
I feel like a couple 14-yard runs. That's not explosive.
Everybody defines it a little differently. So
all right. Fair enough.
Maybe it needs to be more than a 20-yard play. Chop is down.
Still down. Turned over.
I'll put this on the screen. There we go. We can see it here.
Oh my God. KJ Jefferson is just getting hammered.
Is he?
He just fumbled it. He was recovered by his own back, but every time I look up, he's scrambling.
Okay. All right, folks. Thank you for joining. Got a lot of new folks joining in here.
Are we doing full game? Are we doing half? What are we doing?
Let's do the game, baby.
The full game?
I'm in for the game. If you're in for the game,
I may have to go check on humans upstairs at halftime, but I'll do full game.
Fine.
I don't care.
I can vamp. I can
yeah, it's fine.
We can do a battle rap, invite somebody in. Thank you for everybody tuning in. Make sure you hit subscribe, like, follow. You got to subscribe in order to be part of the chat here. We're going to be doing the entirety of this game, hopefully. 3-3 right now, Penn State-Ohio State in the shoe. Neither offense has done a whole lot of anything. This has been a defensive struggle on both sides of the ball. If you're just joining, we just looked at the explosive stats for this game, of which there is basically nothing. This has been nothing on the offensive side of the ball. That being said, a key opportunity here for Ohio State, deep inside Penn State territory, to try and get some points. Their last time in the red zone, they settled for a field goal. After a long pause, Ohio State comes out, illegal substitution penalty, and pushes themselves into a 2nd and 11. So not off to a great start here in the red zone. You got to figure they're well within field goal range at this point. So a field goal will be a bit of a disappointment, but certainly you'll take that in a close game.
Touchdown Indiana, by the way. Sorsby, zone read run off right tackle.
Okay.
It looks like we're headed to 14-all.
14-all, thank you.
I assume everybody tuning in right now is curious about Ohio State, Penn State, needs to get information from me on Indiana Rutgers. All right, here we go.
Wow.
Downfield.
Abdul Carter with a tip.
Nice play. Throwing into the teeth, the pearly whites of the Penn State defense.
That sounds good.
Did he have him? Did he throw a little behind him, or was it just great coverage?
It was not a great decision nor throw. It was a great play by Abdul Carter. If he's going to throw that ball, it's almost got to be higher for Marvin Harrison, because he kind of threw it right at the defense. So 3rd and 11 here. This is a big moment in this game, one that we'll probably talk about on the show tonight. Pressure, ball out, Penn State, scoop, and score.
Really? You're like 3 seconds ahead of me. Penn State running the Iowa system of scoring touchdowns. That's a great play.
And there's a flag in the play. There's a flag in the play. Let's see what happened here.
It might just be an illegal block at some point.
I think
I didn't see that flag.
Somehow cracked my neck on that. Oh my gosh.
Let's see what happens. Thanks, Joel.
Joel is tipping a defensive hold.
Ooh.
I think I hurt my neck on that, actually.
That's okay. You're not as young as you used
Second half, I'm coming out here with a neck brace. We're going to play through the pain.
I don't know if you've ever met Vicodin Ty.
After my shoulder surgery, I did. I took one pill and I was like, I can't do this again. Refs, a lot of talking here. Are they going to pick this up? Wow, they got him for defensive holding.
Let's see.
What a break for Ohio State. Let's see what's going on here. They're showing the replay.
It's on number 4. Who's number 4? Let's see.
Oh, my God. Man.
Yes, it's a hold, but it's...
That's a bullshit call. That's bullshit. Come on, man. Get out of here with that.
He wasn't wrapped all over him.
Get out of here with that. This is Big Ten refereeing right here.
I mean, Big Ten referees let teams get away with a lot of holds.
1st and 10, Ohio State from the 16-yard line. Mayan Williams stuffed, 1-yard loss. That is just a dagger. That is a dagger. If you're a Penn State fan, if you're a Penn State bettor, if you're a football fan, that's a BS call. It was kind of.
Who was the one that got the strip
sack? It was
sack?
a hold. I didn't see.
I don't know what like the butt kiss list looks like right now, like in terms of the best linebackers or whatever.
Yeah.
If you like, that's where I think Oregon, if they could improve anywhere, like if you could add any player. Here we go. Ball's about to be snapped.
Another stuff for the Penn State defense. They keep trying. Oh man, some guy on the sidelines got blown on that play.
That was Abdul Carter who ran him. If you gave me the option to add any non-Oregon player to the Oregon roster, it might be Abdul Carter.
Again, see, I said this before. Oh man, that guy went down.
Look at this. It's Abdul Carter who makes that initial stop.
Yeah, the guy on the sidelines went down like one of those AT-ATs in Star Wars, just sort of like. The thing about this game, I said this a few minutes ago.
Yeah,
Penn State wants to push them side to side. They don't want that.
No, they set an unbelievable edge.
So wait, they're not going to throw a flag on that. There is a flag. Okay, I was going to say if you're going to throw a flag for that holding call before and not throw a flag there,
same guy, right?
Marvin Harrison, yeah.
Is 4 King?
I believe so. Yeah. Kalen King.
Yeah, Kalen King is 4. 5'11", 190 is what he's listed as. From Cass Tech in Detroit. Detroit's a feeder area for Penn State. As always, subscribe to comment. Subscribe to comment.
Yep. All right, here we go.
Bad drop from Rutgers.
Devin Brown comes in wearing 33.
Dude. Oh, my God. Castellanos. Touchdown, BC. Ooh, a lot of laundry.
Penn State has just been shooting itself in the foot now. A personal foul penalty against Kalen King's brother. They're going unnecessary roughness on that. Okay. Here's another BS call from this officiating crew. Love to see it. first and goal at the 2 for Ohio State.
I'm like 5 seconds behind
Run
you.
to Mayan Williams. Did he get it? I think he broke the play, and that is a touchdown.
Oh,
that is a
second effort. That looked good.
Mayan Williams, another second effort play, a fortuitous touchdown for Ohio State after the near miss there on the scoop and score.
2 Kalen King penalties.
Yeah. So look, I mean, I can sit here and say what I want about how that went for Penn State, but Ohio State getting the job done ever so slightly. Getting the job done here. 10-7, about to be 10-7. So, I mean, this is the moment that we probably talk about on tonight's show, right? That essentially 14-point swing as Ohio State now leads 10-3, but Penn State could have been up 10-3.
Oh my God, Dean Blandino talking Rutgers, Indiana.
The show in the replay, it looks like he extends across the line. So Mayan Williams.
I can't see knees.
Yeah. That's a touchdown. Nice second effort. Gus is saying they ate up 5 minutes and 16 seconds, ran the ball 10 times on that drive, Dan.
Yeah.
So trying to grind Penn State's defense down. I thought Penn State's defense did an admirable job there. It was just those 2 boneheaded penalties that got him.
By the way, I don't know if there's a more accurate / depressing, just speaking of Ohio State, benchmark on the inevitability of age and time than watching Joey Galloway age before our eyes on the ESPN set. He looks great. Let's be clear.
He looks like he can still play.
Seems to be in great shape, but just like he just looks like a middle-aged guy. You're just like, man, Joey Galloway?
Time waits for no man, Dan. Here's what we got around college football. UCF 10-7 up on Oklahoma.
Yeah.
That would be, as they said in Major League, a real shitburger to lose at home.
Beats Texas. Bye week. They're back. They figured out defense. They got that spark on both sides of the ball. They lose to John Rice Plumlee and UCF.
A real shitburger. 10-7 right now. About 3 minutes left in the second quarter. Somebody in the chat let us know what's going on with that game. We're just focused on this one. Rutgers and Indiana, your game of the millennia. Tied up here 14-all. About a minute and a half left in the second quarter. BC up on Georgia Tech.
How much 17-10? Rutgers losing this game could cost them millions of dollars.
Literally millions of dollars. Yeah. It's literally millions of dollars.
I don't know millions, but yes. Hundreds of thousands of dollars.
20, probably a gift bag from like the Cheez-It Bowl or whatever. Yeah. Baylor 20-14 over Cincinnati in the bottom of the Big 12 Bowl.
Okay.
21-all Memphis and UAB. Mm-hmm. And again, Ohio and Western Michigan, as I said earlier, the scoreboard stuck matchup. 3-0 still for the Bobcats. Air Force 7-0 over Navy at half. And we've got Mississippi State 7-3 still over Arkansas. That one also at halftime. Some odd scores here. I'm not going to lie to you. We got some odd scores on the board right now. The BC Georgia Tech one to me is a bit intriguing. I'd like to know more about that. Okay. The UCF Oklahoma game. Somebody in the comments let me know here. Aaron says a huge touchdown by Oklahoma just now. Okay.
Okay. Good for them.
Let's see. What do we got?
Still trying to figure out lunch, Ty.
Okay, that's a big decision.
I know. Because I have to be smart. I can't go too heavy.
No.
I got a big day ahead of me.
Let us know in the chat what everyone's got.
What you got going for lunch, breakfast, whatever.
Yeah. So now by virtue of doing the stream, I don't really have a great lunch plan. Might have to place a text to Solid Wife Kate, see what she can.
Would she bring you down food?
Unclear. Unclear.
Man, I don't know.
Solid Wife Kate wants nothing to do with this camera. She's not interested in being on
No,
camera.
no, I know.
So
I'm just saying, leave it outside the door or something.
yeah, like I'm a prisoner in
Yeah,
Count of
yeah.
Monte Cristo.
Yeah. Do you have like a little mail slot that she can throw some slop through?
Right. Just hold the bowl out.
Uh-huh.
Another touchdown, by the way, for your boy Nick Anderson, a 42-yard touchdown from Dylan Gabriel as they take the lead.
Good for him.
Yeah. By the way, I bet Oklahoma. That was one of my picks.
Smart. Savvy.
They were 17-point favorites. 17 and a half, I should say. So here we go. Back on the horse. If you're a Penn State fan, that is a really, really demoralizing situation that we just saw happen.
Yeah. The flip.
Aller just 3 of 10 early here.
Yeah.
31 yards. It has been a underwhelming performance, let's say, so far on offense for Penn State, as the register goes up a little bit for me.
He's got to hit something. He has to hit something.
Well, here's the question for me.
You cannot be the quarterback at Penn State throwing like this. You just can't.
I wanted to mention this when we saw that throw earlier, the third down throw where he was kind of on his back foot, but had enough juice in the ball to get it to Keandre Lambert-Smith. I do wonder if some of these Penn State receivers have trouble getting separation.
Probably.
And if that's something that is going to manifest a little bit more in a matchup like this against a better team, because they really haven't played teams of this caliber, nowhere close to it. So we'll see. 2-yard run to start the drive for Nick Singleton.
Yeah.
Why does ESPN do this? I don't care about these clips. Can I turn these off? I can't.
I muted ESPN. You can do that in tabs. Everybody watching, subscribe to comment, subscribe to comment, subscribe to comment. We're throwing comments up. Commercial breaks.
Hour with a lot of time and another dunk. Another dunk. So that's a first down to Tyler Warren that went for 11 yards. But again, nothing down the field, Dan.
No.
Nothing down the field. Aller now 4 of 11 for 42 yards.
Second-year quarterback, first-year starter. So he's not a novice.
Yeah. What we can't tell in this broadcast is if it's a matter of guys not getting open.
Right.
Or if him just not having confidence to go down the field. Or to that matter, Ohio State playing well in the secondary.
Yeah, of course, you got to credit them. But, without Denzel Burke. First.
All right, here we go.
Seconds behind you.
Big gainer to Theo Johnson, 32 yards, all the way down to the Ohio State 30-yard line for a Penn State first down. This is a nice play. So this is one of those deals where the flow of the play takes it to the left, a bit of a play action look. Theo Johnson, tight end, leaks across.
Nice, good play design.
Bit of a drag route across the field. Nice play. Wide open, Drew Aller. So Penn State now driving 28-yard line into territory. We've got the reverse flea flicker throwaway.
Ooh, total whiff on the block.
Yeah.
Wasn't fooling anybody.
They didn't take the bite or take the bait. Nobody bit. By the way, Steel Chambers, an underrated name this season.
Oh, yeah. It's Steel Chambers and Tommy Eichenberg?
Yeah. Steel Chambers, very underrated name.
Yes.
All right.
You like that situational play call, by the way? Going trick play after
don't.
the long gainer?
I don't.
I
don't like it at all.
What if it worked, though? If it worked, you would have liked it.
Oh, if it worked, I'd have felt differently. Okay, seems that they're like trying to hack the matrix or something with this.
Yeah. 7 seconds for me. Got some loud volume in there.
All right.
Take the grass. Thank you. Thank you. That's a successful play to me for Penn State.
I like that play. I like that play.
Get 3rd and 5 is always better than 3rd and 10. If that's what he got.
See what I mean? He's a big dude, man. He falls forward.
Yeah.
He's not a runner, but get ahead of steam. They're just showing the stat now. Penn State 0 of 5 on 3rd downs.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see what we got here. Shotgun set. Run up the middle. Oh my God, you've got to be kidding me with this. Is Jared Parker calling plays for Penn State this year?
No, I've watched Penn State games, big Penn State games that James Franklin coaches.
What on God's green earth was that play? Looks like a zone read of sorts.
Did they not
Nick Singleton on 3rd and 5?
Didn't they lose this game on conservative play calling?
Oh my God.
7 years ago, 6 years
ago? It would
ago?
serve. So now 41-yard field goal attempt. It would serve them right if they miss his field goal. I'm not rooting for that, but it would serve them right.
Sorry, that's just...
Field goal is good again. 10-6, but you know what? What is that play calling, Dan? What is that?
It's no trust. Well, it's not even no trust. Like, it's... If somebody asked James Franklin after the game, why'd you not kick it? Or why did you punt it on 4th and 1 from your own 45? Why did you, go straight up the gut on 3rd and 5?
Yeah.
Was there something that you saw on that play? And James Franklin's just going to say something like, well, in games this size, you got to take points. You got to put yourself in position. I don't know. Maybe it's just because I root for such an aggro program that maybe gets itself into trouble by being too aggressive. But if you're not throwing it on 3rd and 5 in an opportunistic moment, that just doesn't, it sort of signals no trust.
Yeah.
And if you don't trust Drew Aller on 3rd and 5 in the first half, if this is a game that he's going to have to drive down the field with, 81 seconds left and have to, where's his confidence? All of a sudden he's just not allowed to throw the ball in big spots and then has to in the second half.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
That is a weak series on play calling. Yeah. I mean, they had a few plays that worked. There was the long gainer. I've got it up here now. The long gainer to Theo Johnson for 34 yards. And the Tyler Warren play is really what got things going on 2nd and long. But after that Theo Johnson play to get down into territory, I mean, outside of the Aller scramble up the middle for 5 yards, just nothing. That 3rd and 5 call is brutal, man. The run up the middle.
Would hate it if we're my team. Well, I don't hate it if... I mean, look.
What is the point? Hold on.
I'll tell you what the point is. The line of thinking is, even if we don't get 5, maybe we'll get 3 or 4. We'll have a 4th and 1 and go for it. But why would that work if you're James Franklin?
Listen, what is the point of all of this hype around the best quarterback that's come into the program since Kerry Collins if you're not going to use him? What is the point? Now, there may be something of an issue with the receiving core, not feeling like you've got trust in those guys, whatever. They haven't even used Dante Cephas. He was their big receiver transfer. They barely used him. Maybe these guys all can't get open. I don't know. But what is the point of all of this hype around how this offense is going to go next level now with Drew Aller if you don't use him? If you have 5 of 13, 76 yards, none of those balls have really been down the field. Theo Johnson snuck out, and that was largely on a run. But what is the point of being excited about this next era of Penn State football if you're just going to do the same old stuff?
Clearly, they want to run the ball. What are the texts you're getting? What are they saying?
I mean,
text Davy Jones.
Oh God!
See what the mood is in the box. Is he at the game?
I'm sure he's at the game.
Yeah,
I'm sure he's inconsolable watching this. I'll shoot him a text. We'll see what Dave says.
What are the vibes in the shoe? Still 7-3 Mississippi State. Start of the second half. because of course games are already in the second half while this game is minutes. What do we have? 4:16 in the first half.
Here's where we're at, by the way, around college football.
Hit me.
UCF 17-14 over Oklahoma.
Answer.
Yeah, that's a nice one to follow, Dan. I saw some folks tweeting this week about, well, we haven't really seen the chaos yet in college football. That would be a chaos result. A lot of games starting to go in at halftime. So we'll obviously bring you up to speed on those games as best we can afterwards here. But right now we've got about 4:16 left. Ohio State with the ball. Oh my God. Maserati Marv is what he's going with.
Yep.
Has an opportunity to call it the Philly special. It's just there. It's sitting there for any announcer who wants it. Where did Maserati Marv come from? Is there a connection to Maserati, or is that just
so Maseratis are Italian sports cars that go very fast?
No, I am aware of that. Thank you. I'm aware of that.
I think it's just alliteration.
Okay, he just likes Maserati Marv. That's fine. He was wide open. Maserati Marv was wide open on that play.
Okay, so middle 8. We're now inside the middle 8. Ohio State got the ball to start, yes?
Correct.
So this is not the most important. It's pertinent, right? You want to score before the half and hopefully score with no time left because of this high-powered, potent Penn State offense can score at the drop of a hat.
All right.
All right. As always, subscribe to comment. Enjoy Ty's disappointment, hopefully.
Yeah.
I hope it turns around for you, Ty. I like seeing excited, worked up Ty.
Yeah. Don't you love it when the corners celebrate for something they really had little to do with?
Did he get a flag there? No? Yeah?
No flag.
Okay.
I mean, he got beat and then he held, and then he didn't get called for, and then he celebrated. Number 3 for Penn State. And may have interfered. That was really like the Holy Trinity there. Left the flag in the pocket. Okay. Tackles Julian Fleming, as Tommy says. Fair to say. Big 3rd and 8 here. Look, Penn State gets the ball back in time to throw maybe 1, possibly 2 more swing passes if they get a stop. Maserati Marv, not the target. Hot sauce on that one as Marv.
Ooh.
Not the target.
I might need to have you pause it for 4 seconds. You're just ruining everything for me.
Why don't you fast forward?
I keep hitting live, and I
is it not live?
I hit live.
All right. Tell me how many seconds on the game clock.
All right, hold on. I had to move my mouse.
Oh my God. You're
22,
not good at this.
21, 20,
keep going.
19, 18, 17, 16, 15.
All right.
Okay.
Now you might be a little bit ahead of me.
Yes.
I had that plan in my head, and then I screwed it up.
He kicks it now.
Now you're ahead of me.
All right, I'll give it a 2-second pause. 1, 2.
Okay. 2:43 on the clock.
2:43 on the clock.
All right. For folks watching, we've got a lot of new folks joining. We are doing a live watch along for the duration of this game. Thank you for joining. Hit subscribe. Please like, subscribe. Find the podcast as well. You can find the links down below. We're doing a live recap, campfire style, this evening at midnight if you're ever so inclined. If you don't want to stay up that late, I don't blame you. I wouldn't either if I didn't have this job, but I do. We're going to record live. You can listen to the audio on the podcast feed.
Yes.
Bright and early tomorrow morning.
All right, Penn State. And that's a nice start. 8-yard run.
See, Gus does this thing where he goes, Katron Allen, lot of room.
Yeah.
Can just sort of switch on.
It spikes.
Katron Allen, lot of room.
All right, going somewhat
8-yard
quickly.
run up the middle. Penn State loves the up the middle play.
Now we got to look.
Okay. Aller
Alert.
runs to the line, says, guys, we're going to probably run it up the middle or throw a screen pass. Motion. Not a run up the middle,
Looks
but a
like
3-yard run around the end.
All right.
That's
it's
good.
nice
That's
to be
good.
live with you.
That's a good use of time inside 2 minutes. A short run play deep in your own territory. Joel Klatt talking about how he loves a good physical finish. Thank you, Joel.
Been there.
Man, what is this play calling? You got to be kidding me with this. It is burned. Okay, now he's running to the line again, saying, guys, we're gonna run up the middle.
It's okay.
Need to
There's
run up
plenty
the
of
middle.
time. Plenty of time.
Not with this offense, there isn't.
No.
Okay, now they're passing.
So much room. Okay.
There we go. Okay.
Quick 15.
Lambert Smith, he's hurt. That's not good. Okay. Oh, man. Man, if Chop Robinson is out and now Keandre Lambert Smith is out, that's going to be a problem. How did he get hurt? What did he do? Sort of got landed on. Maybe landed on the back of his leg or something. All right. All right. So we got 1:17 left. KLS down on the field. Stoppage in play. I'll flip over very quickly to what's going on elsewhere around college football.
All right. Let's take a look.
The one to watch is 17-all at halftime in Norman, UCF, in Oklahoma. That is one that we need to pay attention to. Otherwise, most of the games that we updated you on before this drive are still at halftime or going to halftime. The only exception is Mississippi State, Arkansas. That one is now out of the break. First and 10, clock running, 1:10, Penn State. Aller back in the pocket. Oh, floats one.
Nowhere. Yeah.
That was, I don't know what that throw was. That it looked like he sort of threw it before he wanted or almost double clutched mid-throw.
So right now, it's 2nd and 10. Where is your confidence in Drew Aller delivering a ball downfield successfully? Like,
if he has time, I mean, I think he's accurate if he has time. I don't think receivers are getting open. I think that's the issue. He looks out of sync back there. He wants to throw to guys who aren't able to get open. That was a bad throw. That was behind.
Yeah, he rushed it. He was about to get hammered.
Yeah. You know, the other thing here, and I'll call this up because I saw Andrew mention this in our chat. And he mentions about just running up the middle there, plenty of room. So we've been dunking on the play calling here a little bit for running up the middle all the time. He's had opportunities to run up the middle. I mean, they're just like not really respecting the fact that he can run if he wants to. A big 3rd and 8 here coming for Penn State inside a minute. You don't get this one. You punt it back to Ohio State. You give them a chance to get points.
Can he throw on the run? Away from his body. Could have been picked. No, he cannot.
An inadvisable throw there. Thrown high over the middle. All right. So a nice punt from Penn State. 42 seconds remaining in this game. Ohio State's going to have the ball relatively deep in their own territory. An opportunity here for them to get some points, though, to be honest with you. This has been a bit of an ugly game, I would say, to put it kindly. We'll see. We'll see. McCord has not been as effective the last couple drives, although he did hit a long play to Maserati Marv. Sorry to blow your eardrums out, folks.
No, you're good. You modulated
Ohio
well.
State taking
the knee.
a knee.
All right. I need to go, for the half, if that's okay. You can either vamp or, I don't know. We'll be back for the second half. Does that sound good?
We will be back for the second half. I'm going to take a break as well. Everybody watching, don't go anywhere.
Do not go anywhere.
Do not go anywhere. Ha ha! We need to see more Maserati Marv.
So what do you want to do? You want to leave the scoreboard on? You want to leave?
We'll flash the scoreboard on here.
Yeah.
And mute the mics. And
can we play music? Don't we have the ability to play music here?
Do you? You're the one who knows how to do that.
All right, hold on. Let me mute.
Before you go, let's figure that out.
Let me mute this. Okay. I muted the game audio that I'm listening to. Let's see. Let's see if we can.
Do we have the rights to this? Royalty free, please?
This is within our platform. This is not anything I added.
Okay.
This is within StreamYard. Do you want this? Do you want that? Can you hear it?
I can hear it. It's putting me to sleep a little bit.
Do you want this?
Oh, yeah. That's good. That's Pac-12 After Dark music right there, baby. Ugh.
All right. Ugh. You go to look for background music, Ty.
Okay.
Okay. I'll be back.
All right.
See you soon.
I'm going to change our ticker, folks. All right, I'll be back as well.
Hey, everybody. All right, what do you want to know now that Ty's gone? Well, well, well. Oh, sorry about that. That was inappropriate. Don't read the chat, Dan. I'll change the song for you guys. All right, are we back? All right, I'll turn off the song. All right, we're back. Coming at you. All right, first play, second half. Another nice stop from Penn State. Eventually going to need to turn these stops to points, Captain Obvious pointed out. But, all right. Get some of this volume up so I can hear you. Ha ha. Ty texted me that he's got an inhuman situation on the toilet going on right now, whatever that means. Oh, got a penalty and then the completion. All right. Pray for me, he just tweeted. I don't know what inhuman situation in the bathroom would require prayers, but I guess that's Ty. Here we go. Big 3rd and 9 for Ohio State. Ooh. Felt like he was looking forward before the catch. Ba-da. Still no tie. All right. Solid punt. I don't have Ty's screen to get rid of this scoreboard. Ty's in possession of that information. So, oh, now he's back.
I'm back.
Ty, I just picked up a sick kid, a crying kid from a grocery store. They thought I was kidnapping them. It was real fun.
Did you drop your kids off at the grocery store for?
No, my wife took them to the grocery store and needed help because they were a handful. So I bolted out the door when we got that knee right before the half. And I made it back before you.
You did? Okay.
Nice quick little argument with the misses. Here we go.
All right.
Hey, a completion for Penn State.
Little tempo. I think I'm ahead of you again.
Throw on some Gamecast Penn State-Ohio State on this main screen if you can. I think you are ahead of me. Oh, maybe I'm caught up now.
What's the game clock on your end?
37, 36, 35.
All right, we're about right.
Okay, good.
All right, so we've got a lead for UCF in the third quarter against Oklahoma. Got Air Force up 10-0, Rutgers up by 9, Baylor up by 12, Memphis up by 10, Ohio State and Western Michigan in a bit of a field goal competition at the moment, 6-3. Ohio. We're back here in this football game.
Another catch
here. KLS back on the field, apparently okay. I really deliberated something, Dan, while I was upstairs eating my lunch.
Yeah? What did you deliberate?
Well, I have a tweet in mind that I want to send out, but I don't want to deal with anybody responding to me. I suppose I could use that function. I guess I didn't pay for that function, so I don't have the function where I can prevent who responds to me.
Oh, okay.
3rd and 2, Penn State decides, maybe we'll just run up the middle.
What?
Maybe
that doesn't seem like something they would do.
Maybe we'll just go up the middle again, Maybe we'll just go up the middle.
3rd and 2. Not a super, it's pretty heavy box, honestly. I'm counting, 7 or 8? Yeah.
At midfield, what do we do here?
Well, you remember, this is
Punt it.
second half Jim Knowles. 4th and 5. They are punting.
They're punting. My punt was going to be that in a broadcast featuring commercials for Fox News, Penn State's offense is still the most conservative thing.
It's good.
It's a good tweet. Do you think I'm going to get political fallout from that? Because I don't want to deal with
It's
that.
not even that political. It's just sort of like a quick throwaway zinger.
Should I just go for it? What do we think? What does the chat think? Let me know. Let me know what the chat thinks. Connor says, good one. I don't want. I don't.
I think what I think go
I'm
a
not
step
political
further.
on. I don't want to be in politics. Twitter.
No, but you can go a step further with something like making an assumption without saying it outright. Something like, Penn State's offense is going to be the headline speaker at next year's CPAC or whatever.
No, see, that's too much.
That's too much?
That's too much. Is that too much? Let me know in the chat. We can craft this together, and then at least that way, if it goes off the rails, then I can blame you guys and not me.
Penn State's offense just got hired to host a morning AM drive show. No, that's not. I'm just workshop. There are no bad answers. There you
All right. I do your CPAC one's pretty good.
Penn State's offense has a lot of thoughts in the comment section of a Colin Kaepernick Instagram post.
No. Listen, you know, this is a college football thing. I'm not trying to. I don't want any part of that, man.
I mean, everybody has a lot of Instagram comment thoughts. That's a good commercial.
Chewy?
That. Yeah.
Chewy? I'd love for Chewy as a sponsor. Go for some free dog food.
I gotta tell you, Ty, as a fan of a team joining this conference, each successive play worries me.
You feel terrific about Oregon's chances next year.
Like they just find. I mean, look, they did have a bad quarterbacks, but I had to root for an Anthony Brown, Tyler Shuck 1-2 for a little while.
We tweeted it out. Let's see what happens here. This ought to be good.
Which one, the CPAC one or the...
I went with mine. With mine. Yours is better, I think. Kind of.
Well, you just take it another step.
I know that's what you're very good at. I'm going all Mike Yursich here with my play call. So what do we think here? How are we feeling about your Ohio State Buckeyes? 10-6, 11 minutes left, deep in their own territory. If this devolves into a bit of a field goal game.
Wait, is Penn State's offense funding the Federalist?
It's so bad, man. It's so bad. What is this? Like, there's no balls on this offense. None.
Here we go. They're down.
Oh my God.
Just Hitch Fest, man.
Hitch Fest.
Make a Coachella poster.
Yeah. Oh, they blew it dead. Okay. See, Penn State's all over that. Abdul Carter loves those side-to-side plays. Loves it.
Happily take him in an Oregon Duck uniform.
False start.
Happily.
Yeah. All right.
Look, Big Ten football is the fastest growing sport among seniors and young people alike. Here we go.
1st and 15. Inside 10 minutes. Third quarter. All right. Mayan Williams getting nice work in this game.
By the way, Eric J is currently at a McDonald's drive-thru, and he asked if anybody wants anything. Do you need anything?
I could just go for a standard McDonald's cheeseburger.
Standard, plain,
as
is?
As is.
First down, Ohio State.
Yeah, nice throw. Flag, is that going to be hands to the face?
Eric, get me a sausage McMuffin, a hash brown, please, and a small or medium black iced coffee. That'd be great.
All right. So what do we got here? We've got what looks like an offensive holding penalty on Ohio State. Now they start calling a holding on Ohio State.
I'll tell you what we got here. We've got Rutgers running hard, up 10 points. Another first down, Scarlet Knights. Mississippi State with a insurmountable 7-3 lead against Arkansas.
All right. What do we got here? What do we got? You think Ryan Day dyes the beard?
No, I think the whole thing is so black that he just seems like somebody who has like unnaturally, but it is natural dark hair, dark beard.
Right. It's like Gollum. It has unnaturally long life.
Mm-hmm.
That's a big sack.
That is large.
All right. So third down, deep inside their own 5 is Ohio State.
We're not going to do anything. Run a draw.
This is going to be a draw. Third and
an easy screen that maybe they'll hope for some yak to give the punter some space.
Adisa Isaac with the sack. I mean, Penn State's defense is playing well.
Yeah. I'm not positive Ohio State has a good offense, but the defense is definitely playing well.
Yeah.
Running.
All right. So look, if Penn State can't turn this into
we got long run Georgia Tech, folks. Any other interesting? What's going on with Oklahoma right now? Anything? Any juice?
Let's flip over. We're going to get a punt. 23-17 UCF on top of Oklahoma. As I said in the first half, that, my friends, would be the Big 12 shitburger.
Be great.
A big Colton Boomer. Is that this guy's real name?
Yeah. Takes a Buckeye bounce.
A Buckeye bounce. Ha ha!
Did you get any food, by the way, at halftime?
I ate a massive salad. It was the quickest I could cobble together.
I vamped for like 3 minutes while you were coming down.
Yeah.
And I made up a story that I think I told listeners, I may or may not have told listeners, that I got a text from you that you have an inhuman situation brewing in the bathroom. And then I said, I got a follow-up text from you that said, pray for me. I'd like to point out that I made all of that up.
Okay. That was good. All right. What do we got here?
I am ample evidence that you can get older, but you don't have to grow up.
Dontavius Young, what up?
Dontavius
across the nation transporting thick cut bacon.
Hold on, I need to know so many things. I have so many
From
questions.
North Carolina to Arizona, doesn't look like the Sooners will cover. Love the channel. Go Dogs. Thank you, sir. I want to know more about the bacon.
Is it illegal? Is that why? Is this an interstate commerce situation?
Is this something that would break FTC regulations?
I do love thick cut bacon, though. You know what I've taken to, Ty? I'll anytime you come out here, I'll make it for you. And I don't make bacon often, but when I do, I'll dice it up, the thicker cut, and I'll make fried rice with it. Ooh, is it good?
Okay.
Oh, Dontavius, you have an open invite as well.
Open invite. Thank you. Wherever it is that
this might
find
I have some in the fridge.
Yeah, I don't know if he is in transit listening to this or what his transport situation is, but drive safe out there.
I love it.
And I hope that the bacon. Let us know how the bacon
of bacon
goes.
does he have?
I mean, if he's got a truckload. Well, he didn't say he's got a truckload. I'm assuming he's got a lot of it if he's driving that far.
Do you think that there's ever like a duo of butchers with a big pork belly? Like, Steve, you can't go past. Change that caliper. You can't go past 4 millimeters. You know there are rules. Like,
there's a Kramer meat slicer situation.
I have both a meat slicer and a
Do you have a meat slicer?
I told you about this, didn't I? Bought a meat slicer on Amazon for $50 because
Does
I
it
went
cut?
to New York. Oh yeah, it's real strong. And I bought like a long stick of pepperoni from an Italian grocer in New York that supposedly made the best pepperonis in New York. But like I wanted to cut it to exactly 1 or 2 millimeters thick, so I bought a meat slicer. It works well. It's a pain in the ass to clean because like stuff gets behind the blade.
Okay.
So you have to like take a screwdriver and unscrew the blade plate in order to get. I used to do onions on it. Now I use a what's it called? A mandolin.
Okay.
My onions.
This is really giving me Kramer meat slicer.
It's
vibes.
so nice.
Yeah.
I'm gonna use it Thanksgiving.
Has Jody tried to saw off her high heel in the slicer yet? No.
No.
Okay.
All right, here we go.
All right. So this is, by the way, a great kick.
Yeah.
For Ohio State. Deep inside their own territory, kind of flipping the field.
Play clock. I don't even see a play clock. 24, 23, 22, 21, 20.
You're a little bit ahead of me. We're good.
Right.
Okay. Let's see what up.
A run for
why don't we start off? Let's really catch him sleeping. Let's run up the middle.
Well, here's the thing too. Like they're running like
up the middle.
Run a play action play. Just even if he's just a rollout for 7 yards, give yourself like second and manageable. Is that crazy?
Man.
We should call this stream moving forward the second guess. Because that's what we're very good at doing.
72-yard punt. They're showing the graphic on the screen for Ohio State.
Showing pressure and just giving Penn State receivers all the room in the world. Take all the 2-yard passes you want. All right. It's better than nothing. 5-yard run.
See, maybe if they do that more, he'll have better success.
That's their best offense. That's the entire offense right now.
Yeah. I don't know what this offense is. This offense is a disaster right now. It's really bad. It's really bad. It's 3rd and 8. The only play that they have in the quiver is Drew Aller up the middle.
Yeah, scrambling.
That's it.
Bring in pressure. Picked up. 1-on-1 on the outside. No.
Man, Dan.
Dude, you have a playoff defense and an Outback Bowl offense.
Outback Bowl? This is a Bahamas Bowl offense right now.
A Raytheon Military Bowl, whatever that is now.
This is the Arizona Bowl, whatever one is just on Barstool and not on network.
Yes.
It's only available on streaming.
Yeah.
Man, what is this? You know, Ohio State, by virtue of that punt and that botched return from their previous possession, they essentially gained 36 yards. They were on their own 4. They punted it away. Penn State's punt returner didn't muff it, but let it go over his head. Flipped the field, went down to their own 20-yard line. Penn State punts, and now Ohio State has it at their own 40, which is great field position. So when we talk about winning the field position battle on the podcast, this is another one of those episodes, I think, where not episode audio form, but episode watching the game, one of those sequences here where it's obviously going in the direction of Ohio State. And these are the little things that Ohio State is doing right. Ohio State is not blowing us away with their offense either. But Ohio State, and there haven't been turnovers in this game yet. There could be down the stretch. Who knows? We're about midway through the 3rd quarter. But this is one of those deals where, frankly, if you ask me to give my synopsis of this game right now, outside of the conservative nature of Penn State's offense, Penn State has made some mental mistakes that have really come back to bite them.
Yes.
We had the 2 penalties on Kalen King earlier in this game, one of which negated a scoop and score that would have had Penn State in a much different situation.
The best offensive opportunity for Penn State.
That's exactly right.
Scoop and score.
That's right. Hold on. Dontavius has chimed back in.
Oh!
He says he is trucking with bacon
42,000 pounds.
42,000 pounds of bacon. Nothing illegal. Wish I could drop a couple packs off to you, but then I'd lose my job unless either of you have a truck company that we don't know about.
I'm not getting in the way of anybody's employment. I'm not a threat. Dontavius should be gainfully employed.
Counterpoint.
Yeah.
Running an illicit bacon ring would be great content.
It would be. It's sort of the equivalent of, remember when all that Pappy got stolen in like the inside job ring? The biggest like bacon prices. Like if anything happened to Dontavius, we don't want anything to happen to Dontavius. Would that send bacon prices through the roof? If you lost 42,000 pounds of bacon?
Right. They just like, that would be the headliner.
That's what, about 20 tons?
I
would say Dontavius right now is the heart and soul of this country's economy.
Dontavius, man. Thank you. Thanks for chiming in. Thanks for being with us. And if like 5 pounds of that bacon goes missing and you want to drop it off at Dan's front door, I'm sure he wouldn't argue.
No. All right. We've got Rutgers still up 10. It looks like we've got touchdown Hogs. Is that what I'm saying?
Let's put this up on the screen. Rutgers up 10, 24-14. Baylor up 15, 29. Break up the Bears, baby. Beating up on the worst team in the Big 12. All right. We're back here. We're doing a live watch along. Penn State-Ohio State.
I don't know what's going on with this Arkansas. I saw somebody run in the end zone. We've got a false start. Okay.
Let's see what we got here. Ohio State, the last couple possessions, has tried the Penn State playbook. And by that, I mean run up the middle or try to get the running back involved on.
There's no trust.
There's sort of a stretch play.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is no quarterback trust. Gus has just stopped calling him Marv or Harrison and just calling him Maserati. First down.
Yeah.
First down for Ohio State. Playing with a little bit of tempo now. I mean, this really is just a lot of shorter routes.
I wonder if we could do this. Yeah, continue.
Penn State not playing up.
No.
And just taking whatever the defense gives them. Kyle McCord doing a nice job here. You wonder if we could what?
Just stream the whole game on Twitter, X, and even get in trouble. Oh my God, that was an unbelievable catch. Cade Stover.
Yep.
Up the same, right over somebody's head. It looks like a linebacker's head. Yep. That's quite the nab.
Should we blast this out to Twitter as well?
Sure.
All right, let's see if
I did a little while ago. Not recently.
No, I mean, we can stream it.
Oh, yeah, you can stream it. See what happens. Watch the second half of the game with us. By the way, I don't know if you noticed, I'm wearing my retro Oregon shirt because they're wearing the throwbacks. Did you see Oregon's throwbacks that they're wearing today?
Yeah, I did.
Spicy. They look great.
All right, let's see what happens. See if
all right, we got Georgia Tech up 6 on Boston College at home. Started the fourth quarter.
Looks like it might have worked. Okay. I'll double check. All right, we are live on X.
Great.
Send us your zeets if you're out there. Let us know your thoughts. Ohio State in the red zone. Kyle McCord, touchdown.
I didn't see if it was marked. It was marked short.
Oh, they marked him short. Okay. So Ohio State about to go up 17-6 on Penn State. And you got to believe with where this Penn State offense has been here through the first 2.5 quarters, 17-6 is an insurmountable lead. It just is.
Yeah.
They've gotten absolutely nothing down the field, and it's been sort of a disaster. Penn State's offense on the whole in this football game, 50 plays. 50 plays. Would you like to take a guess as to what their total yardage is?
On the day?
On the day. What is Penn State's total yardage?
50 plays?
50 plays.
93 yards. I don't have it in front of me. That's a guess.
Put it up on the screen. Now let's put it up on the screen.
179?
179 total yards.
That's more than I thought.
For Penn State. And that's saying something. That's saying something. 179 yards to Ohio State's 263. I'll move the screen here a little bit so everybody can see.
Well, we got an update from Dontavius.
Oh, okay. Bacon update from Dontavius.
He dreams of an illegal bacon ring.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Call him the boss tweet of bacon.
This is arguably the most profitable stream we've ever done.
Aaron says he's the boss
on the
tweet
wonderful smoky hickory back of Dontavius' truck.
This is beautiful. Thank you. Thank you, Dontavius, for all that you do for the bacon world, for humanity as a whole.
This is the Applewood smoked bacon, solid verbal.
That's exactly right. All right, let's flip back to the Gamecast here. So look, Ohio State goes up 17-6. This baby's over.
Yeah.
It is over. The only thing that wouldn't be over would be the threat of a late Penn State touchdown that gets us within the 4.5 spread. But right now, not feeling great about that. You can see it in the bottom left of my window here, about an 85% chance right now for Ohio State win probability. You could push that north of 100 with the way Penn State's playing offense right now. It's just been really bad across the board. I think at least some of that needs to be a credit to the Ohio State defense.
I agree.
Because the Ohio State defense has played lights out in this game. What I'd like to see after the fact is what the receivers look like on tape. Is it a situation where they're literally just not getting open? Is it a situation where Drew Aller is missing guys? Is it a situation where Penn State just looks overmatched? I mean, there's so many different possibilities, but as it stands right now, you go up 11 on this offense, it's over.
And it's second half Jim Knowles too. Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, 14
so
to
wherever
Notre
it is,
Dame, 17 to Maryland. The rest has been 10 or fewer.
Wherever it is that we find you, if you're watching along on YouTube, hello, welcome. Thanks for stopping by. Please do subscribe so that you can chat here. Follow along. We do have a live stream this evening where we're going to react to all of the games, not just this one.
Saturday night tie.
We call it Campfire. Yeah, you get Saturday night tie. You're going to get Saturday afternoon tie here. If keep going at this rate. This is where Penn State needs like a miracle turnover to flip the momentum of this game, because it feels like for the first time the defense is playing on the back foot. And all they have to rely on is the defense right now. They are getting nothing from their offense whatsoever.
Oh, there. That's a start.
All right. 3rd and goal. Ohio State runs up the middle. I mean, is Mike Yursich calling plays for both teams here? What is this? Wow, what a stuff. So it was 3rd and goal. Ohio State stuffed. Mayan Williams stuffed at the line.
And they're going.
Looks like they're
game away.
I like the move. I like the move with how the defense is playing. Joel Klatt saying, watch Cade Stover. Watch him leaking across the field.
A little action rollout. Oh, they're going to go for some sort of
Ohio State, they call a timeout. He's going to kick the field goal, isn't he? Is that what's going to happen here?
No, there's just no chance. Well, once you make a decision, you have to stick with it.
I mean, they were about ready to snap the ball. He's going to kick the field goal. He is going to kick the field goal. Oh, man. They are going to boo if he kicks the field goal here. I'm going to boo if he kicks the field goal. You should boo. Boo. New Ohio State fan, Dan. Thank you.
I got Oregon kickoff here in, 48 minutes. I'm going to have to double screen this.
Double screen it, yeah. Noted Buckeye here in the chat. Erin says she hates all of this. Put that up on the screen. Yeah.
Maybe Ryan Day is in the chat. And that's why.
Man, look at Manny Diaz's hair. Look at that.
Right. Unbelievable.
Who's got better hair, him or Sam Hartman? You know, if he grew a mustache, he wouldn't not look like Sam Hartman. Okay, so we're back here. Going for it.
Oh, and a stop.
Stuff. What a stop by the Penn State defense. My God. So
as an expert in coming up short in high leverage moments, let me tell you something.
Oh, my God.
It was very familiar.
What a play. So they essentially ran that play out of the old NCAA 14.
Touchdown
Seattle.
Rutgers.
Maybe not Seattle.
Rutgers.
I forget what the name of the play was, but it's one of those deals where you've got a bunch formation to the right. You've got somebody who darts out into the flat, try to hit him and hope that the other guys in front of him get pulled away by defenders.
Yeah.
Or that the defenders in front of him get pulled away by receivers, I should say. And nobody bit. Now, Penn State, deep in their own territory, on their own 2-yard line. I'm going to guess a run up the middle. Just throwing that out there. It is a run up the middle.
Yes, it is.
It is a run up the middle. So that was first down. I'm going to guess another run up the middle here on second down.
About a 77-yard, to my eyes, run from Gavin Wimsatt for a touchdown. About to be 31-14 Rutgers.
We going bowling this year, baby.
Oh, I wonder if they're going to do a short pass here. I wonder if they're going to attempt a 3-yard pass. Here we go.
All right. Let's see. Let's see if we can get another run up the middle. Okay.
Yep. We threw a 4.5-yard pass.
All right. Little pass over the middle to Nick Singleton, number 10. A little bit short of the sticks. This is a big third down, man. This is a big third down for Penn State. I might give you a fist pump if they get this one.
They need it.
And not because they're good.
I'd be thrilled if I were you. All right, we got quads and some motion.
What is this shit?
Yeah, we're going to fool them.
No, you're not. They're going to run up the middle. They all know it's coming.
Oh! No, 2-yard pass dropped.
Ah!
By 2-yard, I mean, it would throw behind the line of scrimmage.
Damn, what is this shit?
It's pickleball. This is what it is.
What is this?
This is how you met Melissa.
Ugh.
By the way, there's an unspoken competition right now between James Franklin and Sam Pittman as to who can make the face that says,
did that bump into an Ohio State player?
Yes, it did. That's the biggest offensive play of the day for Penn State.
You have got to be kidding me. Let's see what they do with it. They're going up the middle. Dontavius chiming back in. Thank you, sir. Drew Aller needs some of my bacon to get this going.
Dontavius is back.
Cook the bacon low and slow over Applewood. It's more exciting than this game. Both teams pulled the Iowa offense. So exciting. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Dontavius,
I hope he's at a rest stop right now
with some super chats.
Not typing while he's driving.
Yeah. Maybe he's like Stallone and over the top. He's used to driving with the left hand and he's got the right hand free to either do the
double pass. Oh, nothing there.
Are we going to get Gus telling us that KLS was a high school quarterback?
Of course. Was he?
I don't know.
Okay.
That's the type of thing that Gus usually calls out in these games, though. I'll tell you what's going to really piss me off about this game after the fact.
Yeah.
There are going to be people that I respect who cover college football who are going to be like, this was a defensive slugfest. Neither offense could get anything going. Penn State's just bad. Up. All right.
What we got? We got Memphis up on UAB.
Here, let me flip the screen here real quick. Here's what we got. Man, UCF still up on Oklahoma. What is this?
Yeah, if somebody's watching that game, give us the rhythm, the tenor of that game. Why UCF is up?
We're gonna have to go back and watch that before tonight.
Yeah.
The Mississippi State Arkansas game looks like a real humdinger as well.
Dude, Sam Pittman's face is not in a good place.
No.
I'm not saying that as a disparaging thing. He looks sad all the time.
Yeah. He's getting canned at the end of the year at this rate.
You think so?
I think so.
He built up so much goodwill. Oh my God.
All right, let's flip back.
AJ Jefferson is just throwing ducks out there. Maybe that one got tipped.
Okay, so offsides negated by a delay of game for Penn State. We got some updates here.
Did Eric get his McDonald's yet?
I don't know. Dustin says that the UCF defense is actually looking pretty good.
Okay.
So there's that. LK saying that the UCF D line is dominating the Oklahoma offensive line.
All right.
Which is interesting. We have Ted laughing. I'm not sure what he's laughing at, but I support happiness on this stream.
Yeah, of course. Shout out Ted.
Thank you, Ted, for watching.
Subscribe to comment. Subscribe to comment. Subscribe to comment.
We got some folks watching on Twitter. I don't think the new Twitter stuff is rolled into our numbers here.
Okay.
And so if people are sending us tweets there, I don't think we're able to see them. Zeets, if you will.
I'll check to see what's happening. Yeah.
But if you come on over to YouTube, you can comment and be part of this thread. We'll put your comments up on the screen. Kurt chiming in. Thank you, Kurt, giving us important context on that UCF score. 2 missed field goals, the difference right now in the UCF Oklahoma game. Let's flip back over here. Let's take a look at these stats. We'll pull this up just kind of in the meantime while we're waiting for commercial. You can see these win probabilities going in the direction of UCF. In the direction of UCF, which is crazy. That would be a monster upset. Again, they came into this game as 17.5-point dog. Naturally, I picked Oklahoma.
Of course.
As part of my spicy plays. Looks fairly even. It looks fairly even between these two teams. Unbelievable. Check out your boy John Rice Plumlee.
What's he doing? Sorry, is that a Haley Joel Osment avatar from Kurt?
It might be.
Is that a roguishly smile cracking?
All right, we can't see this that well because it's like in pure text. So let's flip back over here to the scoreboard. Is anybody else starting to get pummeled with political ads? I'm getting pummeled with them.
It's not bad here right now.
Kurt says, by the way, it is Haley Joel Osment. Yes. So shout out to that one. Tommy wants to know what's up with 7-3 Mississippi State, Arkansas. Dan, you got this in the quad, yeah?
Well, Mississippi State's not that good, but Arkansas can't protect KJ Jefferson at all. It's just a sad offense from what I could tell.
Yeah.
Receivers aren't open. He's like short arming them. Mississippi State is deep in Arkansas territory. They're on like the Arkansas 12. Go for a run on 3rd and 3, come up short. So maybe a stop there for the Hogs.
What do we got here? Shay's saying, I shouldn't have made the political joke on Twitter if I didn't want the ads. That's a good shout, man.
It's true.
I probably brought this on myself. That's a good shout. So look, BC and Georgia Tech looks like a good game. Baylor and Cincinnati is getting closer. That one's tightening up. Rutgers just running away with it, man. Rutgers sees pay dirt and bowl eligibility in week 8, and they're going to spike the football. So they're winning that game. That's a big deal for Greg Schiano and Rutgers.
Oh, yeah.
And I just want to pull this up real quick and see what we're dealing with, my guy, Kyle Monangai. By the way, anyone not familiar with us, I'm Ty, he's Dan. We did a deep dive on Rutgers football this past week on our Patreon. At
Verballers.com. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know why this isn't loading for me, but we're going to flip back.
By the way, like no lunch was my lunch. 2 sad, cold meatballs out of the fridge.
Okay.
I'll get a snack after this.
So what do we got here? We got 2nd and 7, Penn State, a little bit over midfield. A big stop down at the goal line on 4th and goal.
Oh, my God. Just lose a bunch of yards on a sack.
JT Tulimolao.
So good.
Loss of 9. Wow. So we're looking at 3rd and 16. Penn State's going to run it up the middle and punt. They're going to run up the
What
middle.
What is it? 3rd and 12? 3rd and 15? What's it going to be?
It's going to be 3rd and about 15, 16 yards. Yeah.
Woof.
Just brutal.
I got to go get some coffee at the commercial break. All right. 3rd and 15. Do something, Penn State.
Theo Johnson, a 4 or 5 yard completion.
All right, we got field goal. Mississippi State missed. It looks like from very short.
You know, Aller has not stepped into one throw today. He hasn't stepped in, well, maybe one or two, but barely any. Everything's off his back foot. Everything is sort of like he seems in rhythm to want to throw downfield.
Right.
And it's either not there or he's
Platt
not
is saying the
confident in it.
receivers are getting no separation.
Yeah. Yeah, I believe it. I mean, that seems to be the case.
Hey, Oregon's finally going to have a starting linebacker play today. The Iowa transfer.
There you go. Dustin hits it on the head, man. A Brian Ferentz feel here. Yeah.
Oh, a rich man's Iowa. I got hell from Penn State fans after the Iowa game. Like, it's cool that you beat a team 31-0, but like, I don't know, Drew Aller's not completing passes downfield in the way that he probably should. And they were like, oh, well, no interceptions. Okay.
Our guy Boz, 1-6 Lehigh pummeling 2-4
Whoa.
Bucknell 20-3 after the first quarter. Good Lord. All right.
Oregon and Washington are run this conference.
At this rate, yeah. Let's flip back over. I don't know if you can see. It's probably tough to see because of how they display this. I wanted to put up the stats from the Rutgers game. Gavin Wimsatt is 5 of 12 for 39 yards passing.
And what is his running line?
15 for 149 and 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, I know.
So he and Kyle Monangai are combining for 260 odd rushing yards on, what is this, 38 carries. This is not a game where they need to pass to win. And
we have a Dontavius update, by the way.
Oh, do we?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And every single time we're getting.
He's not driving and texting.
Unbelievably generous.
He's not driving and texting. And then he says, on I-40 West, headed towards Tennessee, what type of professional you guys take me for texting? That's funny.
I know we should vet Dontavius first, but I'm willing to make him our CBO.
Chief Bacon Officer?
Yeah. We'll have to do some vetting because, we'll use a search firm of some kind.
You do the vetting. I'm busy enough.
Inside track here.
Yeah. However you want to verify that. Bro, what is going on with this UCF game? You've got to be kidding me. This would be okay. Did you follow the conversation online last week when USC was getting pummeled by Notre Dame? And I don't know if you saw some of the response to that, because it was a lot of USC people dunking on Lincoln Riley, or a lot of Oklahoma people dunking on Lincoln Riley.
Okay.
If Oklahoma loses this week, check the discourse online to see the USC people getting revenge on Oklahoma.
Man. I mean, we're still talking about UCF, recent national champion.
I mean, this is just brutal. This is brutal.
I just got a text from Jeff. This game sucks.
It's really a bad game.
Technically, that's off. He didn't say off the record, so technically on the record.
Yeah. I never heard back from Davey, who I know is there and is probably fit to be tied over this.
10-6, fourth quarter.
Big Ten football.
Okay, you got a crosser for a first down, maybe more.
The Maserati. 27-yard gain on a bit of a crosser across the middle, was wide open. Yep. It was Marvin Harrison against Abdul Carter running across the middle.
Yeah, I mean, have a linebacker on Marvin Harrison Jr. It's a tough ask. All right, downfield again. Oh. It's a nice pass. Things opening up a little. Well, that's the idea, right? The running play action stuff, because they've been attempting to run the ball to very little success.
That's right.
And that wasn't even a play. That was just a drop back. Never mind.
Yep, that was a mix-up. That was a mix-up in coverage. You think Michigan sent a different guy to this game to steal the signals?
Yeah, they're trying to run outside. I got the corner. That's something. Looks like we have ourselves, Boston College taking the lead against Georgia Tech.
Arkansas loses 7-3. They tried a Hail Mary. That is their 6th straight loss, Dan. Arkansas is not going to make a bowl this year.
No.
We're hearing that Oklahoma is driving as well, so we'll keep you posted on that front. Ohio State in the throes of a really nice drive. Yeah. I don't know what happened on that play, but Abdul Carter just sort of... that Chip Trainum who just sort of bounced back off of Abdul Carter.
By the way, I watch 1,000 games a week, and each week I'm presented with at least 18 sideline reporters whose names I've never heard. Go to Kristen Glennings. Like, who?
That's how you know you're getting old.
I know. That's true. It's in one ear, out the other. So, final, Mississippi State 7, Arkansas 3, as pointed out. And Zach Arnett looks like the most sour a head coach has ever looked after a win. He just said, like, pretty much all this is bullshit. 7-3 baseball scores in the SEC and Big Ten right now. What's the Philly series, by the way?
2-2.
Best of 7.
Correct.
All right, here we go. And they play the Robin song. Like, that's their anthem now, right?
Yep.
It's a great song. I'm in the corner. Nice play. About 7 or 8.
You know, at least Ohio State is trying. At least they're trying to kind of mix in.
That's what I was saying. Yeah.
They're trying to mix in some of the short, quick passes with stuff down the field. And you've seen it work on occasion, right? You've seen Cade Stover or even Marvin Harrison kind of slip coverage when the defense is up. There are plays over the top. They're even trying to lull the defense up a little bit with, you know, some of their side-to-side running and stuff up the middle. It seems like there's more balance. But Penn State, it just doesn't feel like they can get anything going.
Right.
We have a touchdown, Oklahoma.
Making the score. The good news here, though, Ty, because I always like to look for a silver lining here. When you play a game with such few successful passes, clock's going to go quickly. Like, they don't even, like, these teams aren't even attempting to throw the ball that much.
No.
Ohio State's completing more, it seems. But all this running, we're going to get like a, we're at right now about 245-ish.
Yeah.
Deeply a chunk into the fourth quarter. That's pretty good.
Yeah. 24-23, Oklahoma takes the lead.
Like, if you're going to tell a bad story, it's good that it's short.
Yeah. So here we go.
Whale.
Oh, here we go. There we go.
Disco whale.
Trucking verified for baller.
Woo!
I think that might be our guy, Dontavius.
Yeah.
Welcome back in, my man.
Look at this. He's got a steering wheel as his.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
His avatar.
Field rituals. Are we sure it's not a Drew Aller problem? No.
Well, apparently the receivers are not getting open either. But
I don't think the receivers are getting open. I don't think they're getting open.
Yeah, I think it's a offensive system in concert with probably whiffing on a couple receivers.
Yeah, I mean, is it the offensive coordinator, bad recruiting? What's wrong? Ted chimes in here. I don't think they have guys who can get open. That seems to be the case because he's essentially thrown to two guys. Keandre Lambert-Smith Theo Johnson, basically.
I'm looking up Keandre Lambert-Smith right now. Keandre Lambert-Smith, Virginia, the number 32 receiver in the class of 2000 something. 2020. Had big offers. 6'1", 176.
Just a brutal game for Penn State's offense so far. Air Force up now 17-0 on Navy.
All right. Glad I gave those points.
Yeah.
Penn State 0 third down conversions today.
Let's take a look here. I mean, it feels like 0.
I think it might be. Somebody in the comments just
I'll take their word for it. I'm using the scoreboard.
Penn State 0 for 11 on third down today, folks. A combined 4 of 23 in the game.
Here we go. I got it up on the screen.
Yeah.
I mean, this is just bad, Dan.
Penalty's not a big issue for either team, except for the one that cost Penn
Except
State
for the one.
7 points.
Except for the one.
Honestly, if you score a touchdown in a game and it comes from a strip and sack and running it back 80 yards or whatever, you should lose the game.
Right. Yeah, I mean, these... Whatever.
Why do I get the weird feeling Penn State's going to win this game in a very stupid way? Why do I get the feeling this is going to end up 13-10 on like a tipped pick 6 and Penn State holds on?
Yep.
Because Ohio State has every opportunity and has not been able to take advantage. 0 for 11 on third down in a winning effort.
Yeah.
Abdul Carter tips it to a safety who returns it.
Yeah.
In coverage again. They're going to pick on him. They're trying to.
Wow.
All right. 4th down.
You got to kick the field goal here, don't you?
Of course.
I think you got to kick the field goal. Yeah, you could almost see a blocked kick.
Oh, James Franklin put on a hat.
That'll do it. Thanks, James.
He needed a change. Maybe it looked like a little bit of drizz.
I do like that hat.
It's a nice hat. The block S.
Andrew says I should crack open a cold one to maybe change the vibe. Should I try that? I'll do that.
It's gonna knock you out later, though.
I'll be all right. I'll be right back.
All right. 13-6 Ohio State, 8:59 left. Subscribe to comment in the chat. Drew Aller. This is good. Drew Aller is a user who accidentally turned on Heisman difficulty in NCAA 14. Been there. Been there, Dontavius. I'm just telling you. Danny, that's wishful thinking, Dan, and I'm a Penn State fan. I'm telling you, if a team has a number of opportunities and doesn't aggressively capitalize, it does have that feel of losing in a winning effort. But perhaps it's just me. Yeah, you got something? Oh, you put on a sweatshirt?
I'm pulling a Franklin.
The vibes.
Here.
I like it. Gary Patterson of college football streaming.
Going Goose Island.
Oh, local to Chicago.
Local Chicago. Figured it was thematic. So here is a question that I pondered on my way out there. How do we feel rankings-wise, regardless of who wins this game? How do we feel rankings-wise? Because I feel underwhelmed by both teams.
What are their current ranks?
Ohio State's currently 3rd. Penn State is 7th.
If Penn State loses this game without scoring a touchdown, they should be like, I don't know, 13.
Yeah.
There should be a chunky drop.
It's just really disappointing from the Penn State side because, there was so much steam coming into this season. There have definitely been signs that the offense is not playing well. I mean, we talked about them on the show. So it's not, in that sense, it's not that big of a surprise. However, it's just really disappointing to have this much hype on the team coming into the season.
Right.
get into the game that everybody had circled. And then, this has effectively been an offensive no-show.
Real bad. I don't think you can jump if you are Ohio State. I don't think you can jump Georgia or Michigan, which I assume those are the two teams ahead of them.
No.
Who does Michigan have today? They have what?
Michigan
Northampton
State.
High?
Yeah. Here's the thing that's interesting, I think, to me on the Ohio State side. The offense is kind of its own conversation.
Right.
I believe that this is a good defense. I'm also not sure they've really played good offenses. That's scary.
Okay, here's
what maybe Maryland. Maybe Maryland.
You talking about Ohio State's defense?
Yeah.
I think they've behaved how a good defense should. So I'm willing.
Yeah, I mean they're not doing anything wrong. They're not doing anything wrong, right?
Right.
I mean it's and you win a game like this.
I think on all three levels, there's clearly really great players.
Yeah.
I mean Notre Dame's not nothing.
All right, so here we go.
They need all of this. They need all this grass right now. Okay. It's a good start. Are they going to go back to commercial?
Oh, how did my political tweet do? Did I get any fallout from that? I hope not.
No. I mean, you're not a blue subscriber, so only 11 people will see it.
That's right. Okay. Whew. We're good. That would have been the only thing to make this day worse, but okay.
No, you're fine.
13-6, 8:51 left. Penn State needs points. At least give me 3 points so that we can cover that 4.5. Because we may or may not have some money on this game.
Horizontal, it's not going to get much.
You're not going to believe this, but Penn State started with a running play that went for 2 yards to Katron Allen.
Like, can you just not call a play action pass?
Here we go. We got to put this one up there. We got to.
Is there some sort of
for baller, Dan? Yeah. Good call here. Good call. I don't know what happens at Penn State if they end up losing or winning this game. I mean, where do you put them after this? But we got 2nd and 7.
Another run.
Let's run up the middle, baby. Katron Allen running up the middle. I'll tell you what would be the all-time kicker in this game. The all-time kicker would be Penn State putting together an 8-minute drive, scoring, opting for 2, and getting it to win.
Yeah.
After being hyper-conservative the entire football game,
winning
deciding
14,
to go
13.
for it. Yeah. That would be the thing.
This is gonna be like
I'll believe that when I see it because we got another 3rd down.
Maybe a screen.
Maybe just take the knee. Third and 3. This is a big 3rd and 3 coming up here.
Not bringing pressure. No pressure. They rushed 4, and all 4 got blocked. All 4 accounted for. They're
going
keeping
for
the
it.
offense on the field.
Oh boy. What do you think? A draw, like a delayed draw or something?
Be smart.
I mean, what are they going to do? None of their guys can get open.
I
don't even think it's an Aller thing, Dan. I really don't think it's an Aller thing.
I don't think so either.
It's not an Aller thing. Nobody's open. You can see him looking around the field. Nobody's open.
Nope. Arm hit.
Nope. Wow.
So are you back to a Notre Dame fan now? Because you switched your allegiances after Notre Dame lost to Louisville that you had Penn State to fall back on.
Yeah.
Which team is
I think I'd almost
fulfilling watch?
I'd almost rather watch Notre Dame.
Okay.
Yeah. Notre Dame's offense is better than this.
Well, this sort of maybe indirectly answers the question we had in the offseason. Would you rather your team have an awesome defense and a butt offense or vice versa?
Yeah. Do you still get the feeling that Penn State might win?
Sure. Yeah.
On like a fumble or a
sack. I still see like an absolute awful Kyle McCord throw.
Yeah. By the way, this is from Joe. I mean, this is it. Aller looks like he's got nowhere to go with it.
They're so good at stringing out this Penn State defense. You're absolutely right about that. The lateral speed is awesome.
They're going to go face mask here?
Oh, really? Partner. Got kickoff in 15 minutes. Come on, guys.
Face mask on Penn State. Wow. That's a dagger. Yep, that's a face mask. Oh, man. This is brutal, Dan. This is a brutal game. Any way you slice this for Penn State, any way you slice this for anyone watching this game, this has been a brutal watch. At least it's moving quickly.
That's what I'm saying.
What's your play calling if you're Ryan Day here? So you're almost assured a field goal.
Right.
You kick a field goal, this game is on ice. It's already on ice, but you kick a field goal here, it's a 2-score game.
I like that play. Even though that play didn't work, I still don't hate it.
I do. Why are you running a play that gives you a higher percentage chance of losing yardage when a field goal puts the game on ice?
I just don't hate using motion to keep linebackers' eyes, moving side to side.
Side to side has not worked on Penn State.
No, it hasn't. It hasn't.
So none of the side to side stuff has worked. Man,
here we go.
All right. 2nd and 13.
That's a good play.
Marvin Harrison Jr., another catch. Maserati Marv, his 10th reception on the day. I think he's up over 140 yards now. Oh, man. Penn State had him stopped.
He is Mr. Second Effort, Mayan Williams.
Wow. So 5.5 left. Ohio State with a first down. They've got 21 first downs on the day, which is ultimately going to be the most telling stat.
21-0?
21
Penn State,
it feels like
I know,
0.
That was
21-9.
Yeah. Penn State has none on third down.
Yeah. It's been bad. They're 0 for 12 on third downs.
17-6 Air Force now, by the way.
11-point spread right on the number.
Oh. He's tough. It's a bad run. I mean, a good run for it's best 3-yard loss you can see.
You got to believe Penn State's going to start trying to strip the ball. That leads to potentially more missed tackles, more face masks. Anybody who ever played NCAA 14 and switched on the aggressive switch knows what happens when you try that. That's where we're at right now with this football game. Penn State needs to try and create something. Got a lot of new people listening now as this game comes down the stretch. So if you're watching, listening, if you want to comment, please make sure that you like, subscribe, follow. We also do an audio podcast. We're doing it live tonight at midnight. Oh my gosh. Dan.
Yes. It was great. If you're a Penn State fan, you get a... Oh, that's not good. Who's 15? Hanover.
Playing the sad music. All right, let's flip over, by the way, while we've got a commercial break here.
Please.
Penn State's got an injured player down on the field. Let's flip over to our scoreboard to see what we got going on around college football. Oklahoma with a lead, however, picked up some notes in the chat here that Oklahoma is trying to 4-minute offense their way into a loss, whatever that means. Somebody can let me know. Rutgers up big. Rutgers going to go bowling. 3 minutes left, 31-14. Rutgers is going to get their 6th win over Indiana here. BC up 15 on Georgia Tech. That's a bit of a surprise. Baylor, as ever, keeping it interesting. 32-29 with about 3 minutes left in the fourth
Touchdown
quarter.
Oklahoma, 30-yard run.
Touchdown Oklahoma. Okay. What else do we got here? In some games that are now gone final, Air Force 17-6, your final over Navy. We had Mississippi State. We called this one out earlier, 7-3 over Arkansas. That must have been a brutal watch, maybe worse than this one. It would at least appear as if Oklahoma gave itself more separation here. But with 4 minutes left, we'll have to wait and see what UCF does. That would, of course, be a monster upset, but tilting in Oklahoma's favor a little bit.
What channel's the Oregon game on?
Oh,
looks like it's ABC. Okay.
ABC. All right. Let us know in the chat where you're at today. Let us know in the chat what your big opinion is on this game or any of the games that are to follow. This is, of course, still technically the early window game, even though we're getting close to the 3:30 kickoff across college football. I think the big takeaway from me, obviously, as the Penn Stater among us, is just how poorly the Penn State offense has looked.
Yeah.
Or how poorly they've played. Over 12 on third downs, nothing down the field. Any of like the conspiratorial thoughts that we entertained in the deep, dark corners of our mind that perhaps Penn State was holding anything back in preparation for the big games on its schedule, that went right out the window about 5 minutes into the game.
Mm-hmm.
They just don't got it. They just don't got it. They're either not calling it, or the guys aren't getting open, or they're afraid to give the ball to Drew out. Whatever it is, they don't have that next gear or a third gear on offense, and it's probably good enough against the teams that they play the rest of the way to finish 10-2, but it's not good enough to beat Ohio State.
Well, this was supposedly like a playoff threatening season, and there's not a playoff threatening offense. No, this team is not a playoff team. It just isn't. So that's my thought. And on the Ohio State side, it's hard for me to judge how good I do or don't feel about this team, but I feel pretty good about the defense. So there's at least that. Well, they're also going against one of the best 5 defenses in America. Oh, nice crosser. It looks like that's going to be 6.
That's the game. Maserati Marv. Touchdown, Ohio State.
That's a cover, too. I mean, it locks in the cover. It was already a cover.
Yep. Maserati. Gus has said Maserati about 85 times this football game, Dan.
Man, what if Penn State just drives down the field? Just uncork something that they've been saving.
Just a bomb.
Just, okay, fine.
They're going to have
up the offense.
They're going to have to, right?
You need the receivers to do it.
Put Katron Allen and Nick Singleton in the backfield and run a double wheel.
Yeah.
And just throw it to one of them. Let them run.
So who ended up matched up? Was it Kalen King? Got lost in the wash? Let's see.
It looks it, yeah.
No, they drop into a zone.
They dropped into a zone.
Oh, and he slipped. 41. Yep.
Wow.
Nice block on the edge, whoever that is.
All right. We got some commentary coming in here.
Please.
Jackson in Hoboken watching Rutgers, baby. Rutgers sealing the bowl bid. Thank you, Jackson.
Absolutely.
For watching along here. What else do we got? Eric saying, biggest takeaway is Michigan stealing Penn State's offensive signs is probably overkill.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't even have signs. Aaron says this was effing awful. I'm not going to put it on the screen. I feel you, Aaron. I do. I feel that sentiment. I really do. Here, we'll put this one up. She says MHJ. There we go.
Yeah.
What else do we got here? Chi-Town. Is it Ohio State Buckeyes or Marvin Harrison Jr.? It feels like they couldn't win without him.
No, but that's the whole idea.
I think they'd win this game without him. I still think they'd find a way.
I don't know how many gravitational receivers there are. Yes, probably they still win because somebody else is stepping into that role. It's not like they're going to play with 10 players. They're not going to separate like he does and play make.
What do you think of this? What do you think of this one from Brandon? Ryan Day is a horrible coach. Ohio State should be up big.
I don't
think I agree with that.
I think, look, they had that goal line stop where they were sort of conservative and didn't have anything creative enough to do something. So if you want to say they should be up 27-6, I'm okay with that.
Yeah. They're up big now.
Yeah. It's all relative. Joel Klatt saying the passing game is out of sorts implies that it at some point was in sorts. And I'm not sure that's true.
I just don't, I've seen some of the commentary come through in the chat over the last few hours. And look, the numbers aren't great for Drew Aller. Nobody's open. Now he's just sort of throwing it indiscriminately.
Yeah.
Inaccurately. Nobody's been open. Nobody down the field has been open. They've had some of the short stuff, but nothing down the field to stretch and make Ohio State fearful.
Do they have a quarterback of the future coming in next year?
This is the quarterback of the future.
No, I know, but is there a next quarterback of the future coming in?
I don't think so.
Next year's class?
This Goose IPA did not change the luck, but it is going down easy. It goes down easy after a loss.
Draw. Man.
0 for 13 on third downs, and are they going to go targeting?
Oh, we got a flag, though.
They're going to go targeting, or are they going to go face mask? Here is a Gus move. Here is a Gus move.
I'm listening.
Okay, hold on. We need to pause what we're saying because we got a big one here from our guy, the Bacon Trucker.
Oh.
It's about that time that Ohio State put them out of their misery. Harrison's the best receiver in the nation. It was always a mismatch for King. Penn State bettors are in shambles right now.
It's
Thousands
true.
of parlays have burst into flames. I did not parlay it. I didn't put more than one unit, let's say, on this game. I'm not in shambles yet. I will get emotional a little bit later when we do our recap episode this evening. I will get emotional because the more you give me a chance to think about this, the more it will bother me. Thank you for the super chat. You have been very generous. You've been very generous. We appreciate you tuning in. See what I mean? This is three consecutive.
And I gave you the opportunity to take Ohio State with me on our preview show.
God.
I was like, I don't
Drew
trust
Aller's
Penn
been
State
bad
offense
on
on the road.
On this drive, Aller's been bad.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
He's been really bad on this one. Everything is sailed. And what happens is, and you notice everything is to the side of the field as well.
Yep.
Nothing down the middle. What's going to happen if he keeps throwing balls like this is he's going to sail one and the safety's going to pick six it.
Up, pump, and don't go. Now downfield. Knocked away.
Man. Flag. We're going to get some makeup calls against Ohio State now. There we go. Now they're going to call it. I don't know who this ref is. Every game this ref is part of is weird from an officiating standpoint. This one hasn't really been that weird. They've made most of the right calls. What do we got here? Yeah. Okay. That's a rough. Oh my God. What do we got here? Somebody says I need to refresh the scoreboard. I don't know. ESPN's doing some funny business with this. They're going to throw intentional grounding. The wheels are coming off the truck, Dan.
Yeah.
Penn State truck. Hopefully not our.
Not Dontavius's.
Yeah. Not Dontavius, no.
I was so high on Aller. I'm sure you were after the West Virginia game.
Yeah. Well, look, I mean, we haven't really seen him on the road. He's had 2 road spots.
Right.
Certainly none of them rose to the level of being in the shoe.
No.
So, this is, what are they going to say? A teachable moment? Somebody will say it's a teachable moment. But Penn State's fallen apart at the seams here. This is 20-6. This game could be 35-6. We've got offensive line penalties. We just had an intentional grounding. Most of their offense in this drive has come via Ohio State penalties, but now they're starting to give that back as well.
Do we have a Oklahoma score?
It is currently 31-23.
Who? Oh, yeah.
I see. Yeah. Oklahoma. I see Sarah in our chat saying that she is stressing the Oklahoma game. UCF is in the red zone, Dan.
Yeah, I just turned it on. Full screen up above. And Oregon's starting after it on this channel. So I've got that on.
UCF with a touchdown, Dan.
Oh, you're ahead of me.
I'm just reading the chat.
On 4th and 10.
Wow.
From the Oklahoma. I'm about to watch the touchdown, apparently. They're circling a slot. Okay, let's see Penn State first. No. John Rice Plumlee, corner of the end zone. Beautiful pass and touchdown.
Noted precision passer, John Rice Plumlee.
It was a great ball. That was a catchable ball, number 2.
Yep.
It's a good play. Good play from UCF. Oh my God.
Well, there you go.
There's the game. There's
20-6. This has been a clinic by Ohio State, at least on the defensive side of the ball. They have given Penn State nothing down the field. They have, I think, as we're seeing on this drive, progressively throughout the course of the game, controlled the point of attack.
Yeah.
They just have not allowed themselves to be beaten by anything deep and anything intermediate and even anything short. This has been a really bad showing.
It looks like Oklahoma got the stop, by the way, on the 2-point conversion. Yeah. I'm watching the replay. So it looks like Oklahoma will hang on.
31-29 is your score right there.
Oh my God, they tried a double pass and they didn't even throw it. The 2-point conversion. You want to keep streaming? You got to get out your thoughts anymore?
Well,
your Jerry Springer moment.
We'll give this drive a shot.
Okay.
We'll give this drive a shot. So while we got folks, I'll put this comment on the screen. Drunken Ty, angry rant at the campfire tonight. For those who are watching, got a lot of new people watching. We will be back at midnight. We do what's called the College Football Campfire. We record that episode with the Solid Verbal College Football Podcast. You can probably see that from the channel. Please subscribe to the audio. It is down in the description. You can find out everything you need to find out down there. But subscribe to the audio. Make sure you hit the like button on this video, as well as subscribe to the channel. All that stuff really helps us out. We do the recap tonight. That episode drops on audio tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. We recap all of the games. We have a nice little campfire. All are welcome to attend. Call into our reverb line at 855-VERBAL-3. That is 855-837-2253. We call that the reverb line.
Yes.
Really, that is your opportunity to roast. As part of the campfire, we have a roast, of course. Every good campfire has a roast. That is your opportunity to roast something, someone. Like, I'm going to spend a good chunk of our episode today roasting Mike Yurcich and the Penn State offense. So if there's something that you want to roast, or if there's just something, an opinion of some sort that you feel like you need to get out, that is your opportunity. Again, call the line, leave a voice message at 855-VERBAL-3. Other than that, if you really like the vibe here, verballers.com is our community. I will see if I can put up anything on the screen to alert people as to how they can get into our Discord. I probably don't have the time to do it. If you go to solidverbal.com/Discord, you can lurk on our Discord and decide if it's a place for you. We've got some super chats coming in here. I need to shout these out. I appreciate Dontavius so much for his generosity. Yeah. If either of these teams brings this offense to the big house, they will lose. The Michigan O-line is the best in the nation. I might have the band tuned up as Ohio State tunes up the... Yeah, I agree. I agree with that. I think that's going to be a problem.
Does this what is your Ohio State reaction? They're like, it wasn't a great day, but they did enough. Obviously, the defense stepped up in big moments. Obviously, all those third down calls. Marvin Harrison is who we've always thought him to be. Is there any takeaway from the, like, Ohio State has very much alive playoff aspirations? Like, I'm not worried, but I'm not an Ohio State fan. But, like, Kyle McCord doesn't seem like a playoff quarterback, though. I don't know. You run an offense well enough, you don't make mistakes against what we think is a really good defense. That's something.
I think
he made throws.
I think he's getting better, though. I think he's getting better.
I think he has the best safety blanket in the sport. So
yeah, and that's okay. Like, you can go places with that, you know. And so this offense didn't need a stellar quarterback. This offense needed a quarterback who didn't make mistakes, who could get the ball to the playmakers.
Yeah, but Ohio State should have a stellar quarterback.
Well, it should.
Yeah.
But it doesn't need one in order to succeed. It doesn't need one to go to the playoff.
I mean, do you think this version of Ohio State...
No.
We don't know what Michigan is, but, like...
No, I don't. I
think it's concerning against Michigan.
Yeah. I don't honestly think that. But...
Oregon hasn't kicked yet. They pushed kickoff to 3:45 Eastern.
Okay. Everybody's watching this game, I presume.
Which game?
The Penn State-Ohio State game.
Oh, yeah.
The offensive explosion. Your over-under in this game was something like 45.5 points.
Not even close. Not even a little.
I saw our friend Tim Murray over on VSiN said bet the under. It's looking like a pretty good shout right now.
I think it's looking like an accurate, correct one. That's just pretty good. You nailed it. Yeah.
Yeah. 45-yard kick up and good from Ohio State. Or is it?
No, it is not.
Shanked it.
There's life for Penn State.
Yeah.
2-score game. Get that lethal Penn State passing attack going down the field quickly.
Our friend Adam Kramer out on Twitter says that Penn State is Iowa with a finished basement.
Yeah. 100%. Rich man's Iowa.
All right, so we got 2:41 left. If you believe in miracles.
Oh, my God.
I don't know what that play was, Dan.
6 total yards in the second half.
Oh, my God.
They moved the ball 18 feet. Dontavius's truck is longer than the Penn State offense in the second half. Hold on. I'm going to look this up.
I think those trucks are like 40 feet long, man.
Oh, I know.
So half a bacon truck.
Okay, on average, sliced bacon is approximately 10 inches long. Okay? So 18 feet. How many slices of bacon? How many 10-inch slices of bacon are in 18 feet?
I can't do that, Dan. I can't do that math. Oh my God, just get across the line, man. Get a third down. Dontavius saying McCord leans on Williams, Harrison, and Buka in this defense, and they will win. Don't know about Michigan, but they'll beat everybody else. Yeah, I agree with that. Oh my God. What was that? Everybody's trying to make, I guess they're out here trying to make a play now, down 14 points. I mean, what difference does it make?
21.6 slices of bacon.
21.6 slices of bacon is how long the bacon truck is, or how many yards?
That's Penn State's second half offense is 21 slices of bacon.
Wow.
So it's 216 inches.
Where is my sound?
Thank you. Oh, that increased the bacon.
Penn State with 2 first downs. 2 first downs. I like this. Joel Klatt's like, that looks good. You got to get this going here.
Yeah, when Ohio State's in like a prevent defense with safeties 25 yards off the ball.
Yeah, they want to keep you around to the end of the video for the algorithm is what they're trying to do right now.
Going deep again. Not even.
There we go. There was that sailed ball over the middle that could have been a pick six.
Yeah. Oh man, Oregon in these throwbacks looks hot.
What games are we watching in the next window? We're not sure. We're not going to keep streaming.
Watch Alabama and Tennessee is this window, right? It's the 3:30 CBS.
Yeah. I think I'm going to go outside after this. I'm going to take the dog for a walk.
Yeah.
And come back in and watch this game.
I'm going to grab some coffee.
I need to reset.
There you go. Who do we have on the call? Oh, I got a Greg McElroy, and it's not Sean McDonough. It's somebody else. I don't know who that is. Who is that? Is that Bob with? No, it's not Bob with shoes, and he's thinner.
Who are you? Bob Wischusen, Greg McElroy.
Molly McGrath. It is Wischusen. Okay.
Yeah.
Who's on the sideline? Probably somebody named Taylor.
Molly McGrath.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, it's a big crew. 0 for 15.
I mean, that's just embarrassing.
What is James Franklin's? What is he going to say after the game? Obviously, not the result we were looking for.
I can't even guess. I don't know.
Yep, there's Oregon running out. Throwbacks. Cheerleaders are wearing throwbacks too. That's what you like, right? Commitment.
What happens? What happens then if, by some stretch, Penn State beats Michigan and Michigan beats Ohio State?
What happens if what?
What happens if Penn State beats Michigan and Michigan beats Ohio State?
I don't think we're going to have to live through that reality, but
I mean, the game's in Happy Valley.
You're going to have to understand margin of victory and the rhythms in that game, I suppose. All things being equal, Ohio State and Penn State scheduled somebody in the non-conference, but I think obviously both Michigan has taken care of business in a way that these two teams haven't.
Oh yeah.
You know, Penn State with the very slow start against Northwestern, and Ohio State looking sort of uneven early against Indiana. Notre Dame close is defensible, obviously, but
Dontavius says he wouldn't even pick the load up. To put that in perspective, Penn State's offense is 2 packs of bacon, not thick cut. I repeat, not thick cut.
Not thick cut.
Yeah.
Flimsily cut. He caught it. All right, here we go. Here we go.
Touchdown, Caden Saunders.
30 seconds. It's a lifetime, an eternity tie. Oh, you got Dan Lanning wearing a sweet throwback sweatshirt.
He's going to say the defense gave us a chance. That's what he's going to say. Defense put us in a position to succeed. A glimmer of hope. They're playing this up. Fox is like, listen, we got at least another Fox News commercial out of you guys. We got to get one more in. Caden Saunders, nice catch. There we go. Gus needed to get the Columbus, Ohio in there. I'm told that he did call out that Drew Allers was Mr. Ohio, Mr. Football in the state of Ohio.
Let's see. Elbows. Yeah, I think he's done.
That's a touchdown.
Oh, it bobbled. It looked like.
That's a touchdown.
Let's see. The ball popped, but I think he regained.
That's touchdown. Come on. Aaron asked if we got the Philly special. So for people watching who don't know what this means, I mean, you know what the Philly special is if you're a football fan. Both Kyle McCord. Oh, hold on. What's Dean Blandino saying? Touchdown. Okay.
All right.
So Dean had to get the official word from Dean Blandino. Philly special, right? Play Nick Foles, Eagles, won the Super Bowl. I thought that Gus would use it here. Oh, they're going for 2. That's interesting. I thought that Gus would call out the Kyle McCord to Marvin Harrison Jr. connection as the Philly special because they're both from Philly.
Double pass. He is doing.
Oh my God. They love that double pass.
It was the same play that UCF tried to run to the different side.
Yeah. Mike Yursich loves that double pass. He must have worked on that all off season long. Tried it twice today. Okay. What do we think here? Have we seen an onside kick recovered in college football yet this year in a big high leverage moment?
Oh, that's a good question.
Jackson says that the Maserati is on the field for the onside kick. Yeah. Got to put the Maserati on the field. All right, let's see what happens here. Onside kick attempt. 30 seconds left. Penn State needs it or else we're shutting down the stream.
All right.
Oh, that is it. All right.
All right.
Ohio State's going to win this game 20-12, Dan. Congrats to anybody out there. Congrats to your Ohio State Buckeyes. This was a dominant effort. We will discuss tonight on our Week 8 campfire. Come on right back here, midnight Eastern time on the YouTube channel. We appreciate everybody bearing with us over the last 3.5 hours or so. Do subscribe to the podcast, like the channel. All that stuff helps. And of course, by all means, go on out to verballers.com. That's where you can get access to our community.
Yes.
And further cement your legacy as one of our trusted verballers, Dan. Thank you to Dontavius, our he said CBO, Chief Bacon Officer, who's been very generous with the super chats here today.
Naturally.
And thank you to everybody for, again, making this so much fun. We'll find another game at some point to do this for in the remaining of the what remains of the college football season. But 20-12, big win for Ohio State. Onward for the Buckeyes. A lot of questions that need to be answered for Penn State.
Agree.
All right, stay solid.
Peace.